Over here, Twitch. We normally do Ustream, but we're going to check out Twitch today. Welcome to the Probably Sounds Awful podcast. Brian is looking at normal stuff. Josh is looking at normal stuff.
This is just Ustream. We're not.
Twitch. What category are you on? You do like the creative one, so it's like not video game stuff?
Just did talk shows.
Oh, nice.
Every once in a while we just say video games.
Yeah. Guys, let's talk about the day's hot topics, video games.
Video games!
Alright, so on to, Perfect. Alright, so we'll try that. Ooh, yeah, baby. Lego Marvel Avengers coming.
Ooh, yeah, baby!
Yeah, Vita. I actually played that thing in a while. Ooh, thank you, Emily Gordon. Alright, so I'll leave that open in case we get, put an end to that. I will check on that every now and then.
I'll check on you every now and then.
I hope so.
Yeah, like if something's wrong or whatever, I'll just be able to come by and just make sure you're okay.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
You guys good? It was be close. Nice and fucking close. You can do the whole mic thing you did last time, too.
It was so
want to pull it away. Or just pull the whole thing. And
yeah, I feel like I've done that before, and that was fine, because then I get to love the pop filter.
Yep.
Although it's less. Yeah, fuck it. I'll be close to you guys. I wanna be close to you guys.
And I will have to say, though, if a podcast ever goes 3 hours again, I'm switching to a more comfortable chair in a better position. Because my back has been like
this.
My back has been hurting during some workouts yesterday and stuff. I was like, why?
Really?
And then I'm literally this is the position I'm in for sometimes 3 hours on a Wednesday.
Maybe we should consider either getting something higher for you to put the mic on so you can sit up straight, or shorter chairs.
Because my chair would be shorter. So
yeah.
I just drag in my chair.
And you can just pull this table out a little bit.
Or I'll just stand in the chair salutation the entire time.
What if we removed 4 to 6 inches of your torso so that you're sitting straight up?
You're right.
I think that's what we should do, actually.
What if we do single leg wall squats the entire podcast?
Single leg wall squats.
I mean, we'd have a at max 90-second podcast.
Hey guys, just gonna go lower and lower. All right,
that'd be super stupid. Try that.
A single leg wall squat.
Look at the back of my chair. Look at it moving. Doesn't it look cool? Like a optical illusion.
Optical illusion.
Optical illusion.
Optical illusion. Optical illusion. Optical illusion.
Optical illusion.
Josh, I need your help.
Optical illusion.
That was a nice one.
So I'm retweeting normal tweet.
Oh fuck! I gotta do that too. Let me hit up the sweet Twitters. I enjoyed some of your make a movie whiter today.
Thank you. I hadn't done that in a while. I was just randomly checking Twitter. I was like, ooh, I have a few ideas.
Yeah, I thought you watched. So you just check Twitter if it's trending or something?
When you just go to your homepage, all the trending shit's on the left. And then you
I just saw someone that I follow happen to submit an answer, and I was like, oh, okay. And if it's a hashtag that I feel like I could have some ideas for, usually if it's something to do with a movie title, I usually have a few ideas. If it's song stuff, I'm not as good about that. But I was like, I'll do some. And then if mine gets picked as a contender, then I'll watch that episode the next day to see if I won.
Wait, what? A contender of what?
They'll pick the best response for those at midnight, the show.
At midnight, got it.
They'll pick the best response, from Twitter, and they'll do a screenshot of it on the next night's episode. And one time mine got picked; it was in the top 5, and then they would reveal who won on the next episode. They picked one of the other top 5.
Oh, interesting.
Hi.
So that's in direct response to
what they're doing
midnight's one.
Mm-hmm. So at midnight, the live show that they're doing.
Video games,
or it's not even video games.
Gotcha.
Actually, it's not live, but the show they do in front of a live audience.
Right.
They are playing that hashtag war. So the 3 comedic contestants are giving their responses for that hashtag.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
While people on Twitter are submitting their own, and then the next night they'll show the previous night's best Twitter response.
Damn.
And one time mine almost was shown on TV.
That's pretty sick. Is it that show every day?
Every weeknight, yep.
Fucking A, dogs.
Or I guess Monday, Thursday, I think it's on Fridays.
Okay, well, it's not every weeknight then.
Yeah.
Let's do some silence for a second.
Moment of silence.
Okay, I'll have to get rid of that.
So,
Just a little background hum. I think it's from the lights and just everything. It's very faint, but it's always in there.
yeah. Probably when we talk, it probably is much more hidden.
The hot on the mics. Yeah, so I can go through with noise reduction and all that shit. Redux! Alright, we'll start at 3.
Fucking Redux! God damn.
Redux!
Redux! Fucking Redux!
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Yeah?
Yeah, what?
Hi!
Hi! Oh, hey guys!
Hey guys!
Oh, hey.
Welcome to the Probably Sounds Awful podcast, episode 16. Let's get this out of the way real quick. Check us out on Twitter at normally_norm. You can email us at normallynormalcrew@gmail.com. Keep it all coming in.
Keep on sending those emails.
Keep on sending those emails. We got a fun website going on over at www.normallynormal.com.
It's so fun.
We got some cool stuff we're going to be working on. I'm going to use it hopefully to get to E3, so I need to write 2 full-length articles with my byline by as soon as I can.
So that video games?
So that I can register for E3 as
nice.
media.
As media, so you get you get extra access.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
So I mean, it also like stuff like if I wanted to go see some developers or interview people and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't do that. I would rather just use the media pass to like maybe get into a game that I couldn't get into before.
Yeah.
Skip the lines.
Right.
So-
that'd be really awesome.
Ooh, what was that? What was that sound you
Josh
just
just
made?
went.
Oh god, no.
It's like a horse. It's like when you call a horse, you go, "Hey, horse."
Oh god, no.
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing it.
Nope, I'm taking these out. Yeah, so episode 16, guys.
Episode 16. You know what I was thinking is that I feel like we don't, when we say hello, we don't say our names right away. Which we should do, right?
I mean, yeah,
We're hosting the show. We're fucking Brian and Josh.
Yeah.
We're doing it with nicknames, but I don't think people remember what the real names are.
Right. And people pay more attention to nicknames.
Yeah, by the way, is that a thing we're still doing?
I
I can't
don't know.
remember. Did we do it last week?
We have so
True?
many things now.
Yeah, we did it last
We
week.
did it with
I couldn't
trivia.
remember. I couldn't remember.
So that would fall onto
Guys, I missed
somebody's shoulders. Hi, guys. I'm one of your hosts, Leo Albert Kovalik Jr.
Yeah.
To my right is Joshua David Patton. To his right,
I am Brian Colbert Kennedy.
And I am Joshua.
No, hold on.
well, no, if we were going full names,
Yeah,
if I can remember right, Brian Patrick
that is correct.
Colbert.
You remember that extra name?
Kennedy. That's right. Thank you,
Hey.
Leo Albert Kovalik Jr.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot to
And then
remember
Joshua
sometimes.
David Patton, right? Joshua David Patton.
Episode 16, guys. How do you feel? Episode 16, nothing really, we've got over the hump of 1, 5, 10, 15, some big numbers.
Oh, so you're saying this is kind of like a throwaway one?
This is kind of
16.
Sort of a throwaway episode. Yeah, actually, funny that you said that, Josh. That's what I thought of when I thought of episode 16, and I Googled it, and I have Urban Dictionary's definition of Sweet 16 that I'd love to share with you.
Please,
Yeah.
episode 16, Sweet 16.
Did not realize Urban Dictionary.
They define anything.
Okay.
Put in anything in Urban
But I
Dictionary.
didn't realize that was a slang that had a different definition.
Right.
So I'm very curious what this like. They're just defining. They just like take the whole dictionary and then just come up with weird definitions
Yes,
for everything.
exactly.
Like countertop.
I wonder who writes for Urban Dictionary, and could we do it and get paid for it?
Maybe. If not, let's at least do it and not get paid for it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
If that's an option.
Okay.
Just submit
Even
stuff.
if there's 2 options, one is get paid and one is don't, we opt for option 2, don't get paid.
We're nonprofit.
Work for nothing.
Or non-income.
Yeah. Urban Dictionary's definition of Sweet 16. Sweet 16 is for the 16th birthday, which for girls is important because it symbolizes the becoming of a woman. For guys, it's just another birthday, so they could give a shit less about it.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's just more like a real talk. Like
It's a real talk version, yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's because I always associate it as just like what the definitions of slang are that you might not know.
Right, and I think it is that sometimes.
Like fleek and on fire,
Right.
fire, lit.
I think it is
thirsty.
legitimately for that, and then other times it's just bullshit.
They just have some fun ones.
Yeah.
I had a Sweet 16 birthday.
Did you really?
Yeah, it
Leo,
was.
Did you tell us about it?
No,
Oh.
it was very secretive.
Oh wow.
No
Yeah,
one
it was
really
a secret
no one could know
Sweet
about. Yeah, it was a secret Sweet 16.
I wonder what Urban Dictionary
No, I
thinks
don't.
of that.
I didn't do absolutely anything different.
I do not remember my 16th birthday.
I also don't
I don't remember
remember.
most birthdays like that.
I remember the one where Leo carried me out of the bar. I remember that one pretty
Yeah,
vividly.
yeah,
And
yeah.
my last couple, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's odd. I feel like I have a less memory of my pre-drinking birthdays.
Right,
Because
which
they are all
makes no
probably
sense.
pretty similar. Except for when I was like a younger kid and like something big and unique would be happening with those.
Let me
Right.
guess. Here's how the majority of my birthdays probably went.
Okay.
Everyone comes over my parents' house.
Right.
Uh-huh.
We have pizza.
Uh-huh.
After pizza, we go see a movie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
After movie, my parents stop by Blockbuster rent us a game. We play that game until we all pass out.
Yeah, that sounds probably pretty accurate.
Yep, that's at some point I opened gifts, and at some point I was like, this gets that.
Sure. A lot of times you get a lot of shitty gifts, though.
Shitty gifts.
You gotta call it out to the person who gave it to you.
There's absolutely a lot of pizza involved in birthdays.
And non-birthdays.
Just all the time life.
Yeah. I was like, your birthday parties growing up sound a lot like my days.
Growing up.
Pizza, movies.
Wait a minute, you ate pizza, went to a movie, and saw video games? Played video games? That's what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Huh.
By the way, we're killing it on the mentioning video games every once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, last time, this is our second attempt at doing the live stream on Twitch. The first time we did it, we were banned almost immediately.
Yeah.
Because this was not video game related enough. But now there are other categories on Twitch that aren't video game related, so we are streaming through one of those, and hopefully this will count as the category that we're currently doing, which is just talk show.
Speaking of talking about video games a lot, there's a video game that is apparently going around making absolute waves that I listened to a podcast last night about it, and there's somebody on who doesn't play video games who was also talking about it.
Yeah.
It's called Wavemaker.
It was called Wavemaker.
Wow.
It was called The Witness.
Yeah, I want to play it.
People are losing their minds over this game.
Yeah.
A gentleman named Jonathan Blow, who created...
Blow?
Yeah, he's so funny. Reaching for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, absolutely, every time.
Jonathan Blow created a game called Braid, and this is his second game where he spent all the money that he made from Braid and put it into this.
Damn.
And apparently it is paying
What's the deal?
complete dividends. His goal was, when he set out, was to make a modern-day Myst, and apparently he nailed it on all fronts. And people who don't play, it's basically just a puzzle game. So you walk around, solve puzzles, and what the people said in the podcast, actually I'll say by name, Giant Bombcast, were losing their minds over it. They said, halfway through the game they had sheets of paper with scribble on it, because you have to basically decipher things along the way that would then help you solve other puzzles, where it looks just like a generic puzzle game, but it requires so much thought and
pretty
intensity.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's one guy on there said that he and his girlfriend played it together, and
now they broke up.
No, he and his girlfriend played it together, and she cut out little cardboard pieces, and he had yarn that they then on their coffee table were laying out how they had to solve this puzzle.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it
sounds super involved.
So yeah, it's $40 on PS4 and PC right now. It just came out, and people were saying that this is the modern day Myst.
We should play it.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to.
I'll chip in.
I would love to see. Yeah, apparently it's a good game to sit around and just try to work your way through with somebody. So definitely want to check it out if you can. The Witness. Hopefully by maybe next week or the next couple weeks, I will review that at some point, or we will.
Yeah.
As maybe a crew, maybe a topic, because we all don't talk to each other anymore.
Right.
The podcast has come to an end because of our friendship from The Witness.
Yeah, we can't solve the puzzle of our friendship.
Yeah.
We're kind of switching things up here, guys. We're no longer doing games.
Yeah, fuck games.
We're no longer doing games.
Games killed my parents.
Wow, that is wild.
If you like the games, you didn't write in to save them. So just throwing that out there.
Just blame yourselves. It's all on you.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and I kind of want to jump to, I've been having this topic the last couple weeks, but we've been going kind of long, so I just left it out, which is funny because now it's kind of coming to the news. So I'm just going to say this, and then we can kind of jump straight into my topic from there. P90X coach Tony Horton.
Oh my God, there's news about him?
Went on YouTube and said, "Hey, Eddie Lacy, I will
running
coach
back
you."
for the Packers.
Yeah, running back for the Packers. Throughout the entire season, was getting for a football player,
right?
Who is his position is running back, who needs to be super in shape, was just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And eventually kind of fell off. And Green Bay didn't lose because Eddie Lacy's overweight, but
they aren't in the Super Bowl.
Exactly, and he admitted that he is not in his best playing shape and whatever. And Tony Horton heard this. Tony Horton came out and was like, "Hey, Eddie Lacy, I'll train you."
Wow.
On YouTube, Eddie Lacy saw that and is now contemplating getting trained by that. And even TMZ is going to ask Troy Aikman at some point, "Hey, what do you think of Tony Horton coaching?"
Interesting.
I love Tony Horton.
I wonder if that's a move that was rehearsed, by his publicist or the P90X people to get it really in the news.
That's true, because also P90X 4 I think came out maybe not too long ago.
Oh, cool.
But Tony Horton's as Josh has said, Tony Horton could be a topic on his own.
Like, watching that guy is unbelievable.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, he's super fun to watch, and it's like, before he used to be a comedian, before he was like a trainer, and like I would absolutely love to see him do stand up.
Yeah. I wonder if there's some videos, some takes.
I really hope so.
Archived.
Yeah.
But if not, his YouTube channel is a delight to view.
Is there some connection to Wisconsin or to Eddie Lacy? That Tony Horton.
I to be honest, I have no idea. I think he just saw. He saw an opening. Yeah, he saw an opening and said it on YouTube, and Eddie Lacy's like going to agree to it. Is what the
that'd probably be great.
If I offered to train him.
Josh has been doing P90X.
And my training is we just do P90X together at home.
Nice.
Right, in our living room. So it's like kind of like Tony Horton still training him, but like I'm the one saying like, okay, push play.
Yeah, if you guys want to see what training somebody at the upper level and what that can pay you when you're in 4 amazingly great workout tapes and are basically the face of Beachbody, go to Tony Horton's YouTube channel and search At Home Gym.
At Home.
Oh my God!
Really?
Yeah, it's an indoor gym and an outdoor gym. Yes, they're 2 separate videos in Santa Monica. Like it's.
He lives here.
Yeah.
Yo, we should hang out with him.
I know. I would absolutely love to find his house and just
Let's take him to a comedy show.
Yeah, let's have him train normally normal.
That'd be awesome.
Pro bono.
Yeah, look, make sure you throw in the pro.
Sure.
But yeah, so that was in the news.
That's so funny. That'd be cool if he did it. Eddie Lacy is. Like I said, is like when he's great, he could be like really great.
He's real great, and I remember weirdly throughout the season, every time I'd watch like the Packers game if it was on, they would mention something about like his weight.
Oh really?
And it would be like, Eddie Lacy came in overweight this week or something like that.
I'm just so sick of men not being able to be talked about in the press without them talking about their weight.
I know.
And their looks.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And like who they're dating.
There's much more to a person, a man specifically,
not much more
than their outward appearance.
Yeah, not much more, but there is more.
Like 2% more.
Yeah.
But yeah, since that was in the news, Josh and I have just started phase 2. We've started phase 2 on Monday of P90X2. Finished P90X and kind of felt good, and then we looked up and getting P90X2.
Right.
And we have been doing that. So phase 1 was pretty difficult because it's stuff I've never really done before.
A lot of strength training.
You guys look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Phase 2 is going to be more strength training.
What?
So
it's more same as phase 1?
Phase 1 was balance and power.
I meant P90X1 was all strength training.
Okay.
P90X2 is more about
balance,
balance
power.
and like so like phase 1 you're like doing some curls and stuff like that, but it's all while being like in weird yoga poses, so you're always working on your balance and your core while like lifting weights.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then this one, well, at least what we did on Monday was more about like just crazy different kind of pull-ups. But in that topic of talking about like that, it's the one I've been kind of working on is working out. Like, how do you work out? If Josh, I know, like, what do you like to do when you work out? What's fun to you? What's something that like you would want to do that could be considered working out that's like not inside the house or something? And then just like, how do you stay motivated?
Nice.
About like doing that. I really like talking about the stuff that like I don't do it enough, but I really like it. Hiking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
Well, we need to plan a little trip.
Oh.
Since you got me the tent, and we discussed doing that because you can just like so greatly turn into like a little camp. Like, you can like make a camping / hiking trip.
Ooh,
yeah.
Once it gets
a little warmer.
What if we like wherever we decide to camp, whether it's Joshua Tree or Big Bear or anything like that, we hike to that spot.
Hike to the spot?
Yeah.
Interesting.
From our house.
Wow.
Okay.
Like that would be a killer.
Yeah.
How's camping on the 5?
How's
camping on the 5?
I think that would explode.
Wow. Well, I'm down to try it. I never turned down a challenge.
I think you should turn down this challenge.
Okay. I'll rethink it. Yeah.
Because
Brian, I challenge you to kiss me on the mouth.
Hey, never turn down a challenge. I would like to see the distance from here to like Big Bear. And how far?
That's a 2-hour drive.
2-hour drive.
Do Google Map direction, but change it to walking.
Yeah.
And
Right.
It's just like error 404.
Yeah.
Page not found.
Page, what are you doing? Please don't do this.
Who are you, Forrest Gump?
Constantly doing that.
So Big Bear is in an area called Lake Arrowhead.
Okay.
It is currently a 1 hour and 43-minute drive.
Okay.
Nice. That's closer than San Diego.
It's true.
And
Way less traffic. Too.
I just switched it over on Google Maps to the walking
Okay, that is an option.
time.
And can you tell Google Maps that we'll be carrying tents and like backpacks?
Yeah, I put it all in.
good.
I already put it all in. It will apparently. I'm really fast with the phone. It'll take 1 day.
Cool.
And 4 hours.
Great.
Yeah, so
That's 28-hour hike.
28 hours, no big deal.
And then doing it back too.
Yeah.
Maybe easier because you're going downhill, like down the mountain,
Right.
coming back, so you go a little faster.
And plus, there'll only be 2 of us because one of us will certainly have died.
Yeah.
We'll eat one of us.
Eaten one of us.
So if you ask me if I'm down for a 28, 52-hour hike, 56-hour hike, I'm in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so then we have tents, right? That we have to eat, so we got to bring food.
Yeah.
Basically, we're doing Oregon Trail. Like,
Oh my god.
In
I'm
real
going to tell
life.
so many jokes that cause us hindrance on our
Burst laughing, and I'm just gonna get probably dysentery right out the gate.
Just immediately.
I'm feeling it.
Just wouldn't get it out of the way.
We step out of the apartment. Guys, I'm not feeling too bad. I think I got some dysentery.
I've already got diarrhea and I'm puking and I'm
Yeah.
sweating and
Not sure.
If you're serious about the hiking, there's a ton of okay hiking that's really close, like Runyon and Griffith Park, and great hiking that's like over in Pasadena, like in the Angeles National Forest. Like that could be a thing you definitely
Ooh,
can
that'd be
do.
interesting, that Pasadena one. We've done Griffith. And I never really think about because hiking just seems more, I guess, like kind of like a casual thing to do. I don't ever think of that as like exercise,
Yeah.
but like, you really do burn a lot of calories
Heck
like,
yeah.
doing it. I think of it as more as just like a thing to do.
Yeah.
Like
And if you do, I think like I used to hike Runyon sort of regularly with one of my roommates, and
to be seen.
recreational.
Yeah,
That was the word I was trying to
to
think
be
of.
seen.
To be seen. Everyone, all the cool people hike Runyon.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! I mean, you see everybody there,
Yeah.
and you get seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got a hike, selfie. Hike, selfie.
Absolutely, 100%. But it's not like a strenuous hike, so you, like you said, it's certainly more like it just kind of seems like this kind of thing to do. But if you go, I've gone to the, I forgot what it's called, but there's some paths like Altadena, Pasadena area in the Angeles National Forest where you're hiking for, like they're long, really long trails, and when you're done and like you wake up the next morning, you're fucking sore.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Great
what?
hike.
You sleep while hiking?
Absolutely, sleep hike. Yeah,
It's a really long trail. I mean, like by the time you're done, you wake up and
Yeah.
a day has gone by.
100%.
And you're still on the trail.
1 day and 4 hours.
Yeah.
You hiked. I was super jealous to the old Nazi.
Yeah, it was Dinan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For those that
that
don't,
was a nice hike too.
Yeah, for those that don't know, in Santa Monica-ish.
Yeah, it's like Santa Monica, Malibu-ish.
Yeah, Santa Monica, Malibu-ish. There's a old a guy basically from Germany came, built like a secret.
Started to build this huge compound.
Yeah, this huge Nazi compound for when the Germans came to
Yeah.
inevitably take over America.
Big plans.
Thankfully, that didn't work. This isn't Man in a High Castle. But yeah, so now it's all just old, decrepit. Obviously, no one's keeping that up.
Covered in spray paint.
Yeah, and it's just all
And-
graffiti and stuff. But there's remains of buildings that are. I mean, it's just a nice hike, and then you get to see this cool shit.
I mean, they still kill Jewish people there. But I mean,
yeah, I mean, like the area that the hiking is in is just littered with dead people.
yeah, I mean that's still a thing. Like
Rest
it's
in
like
peace.
like Germany didn't win, but the building is still fully operational.
Yeah.
Like it's just him.
They just kept going with it.
yeah, I mean it's awful. So you can go check it out. Quite a hike.
Jokes about dead people. Leo's just stunned.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
words. No words.
All right.
He did not realize that was part of the experience.
Yeah. And honestly, if we get some more rain in this part of the country, there's apparently a really nice waterfall and like a little pool
Right.
that you can jump off.
Brian,
Yeah.
I am not going to go chasing waterfalls.
Listen to the rivers and the lakes that we used to.
I caught a waterfall one time.
You caught a waterfall.
Chased it, got it.
And what did you do after
I don't know. What do you do? I mean, I killed it and hung it on the wall.
Wow.
It ruined my heart.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But now it's just like mold everywhere because it's like a freaking waterfall.
Yeah, and you're gonna start breathing that in. It's gonna get into your lungs, and you're gonna
Yeah, I
die.
try to take it to like a taxidermy. He's like, "What are you doing?"
I can't stop a waterfall.
Yeah, you got to put this just on your wall as is.
Yeah. So Josh basically brought water damage to our apartment.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Everybody comes with something.
Mhm.
And they offers it to their roommates.
When I was younger, maybe in my teens,
Sure.
like
13 to 19.
preteen, no,
Oh, preteen.
no, definitely 13.
Your tweens?
Rock climbing, I did a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On natural
Like
rocks or
real rocks or like,
Yeah,
like those walls?
fake.
Real, I guess both, but started with the fake walls, and then my step brother-in-law little walk there. My stepbrother-in-law loved rock climbing in Arlington. He'd always take me.
Nice.
Do you think people would appreciate taking all those little weird red and blue, rubber things that are on
You
like
grab onto,
rock climbing walls and putting them on mountains, make it a little easier for people to climb up real rocks?
Getting
Do
real
you think they
holes?
would like that? That would be a good project to do for people.
Shout out to Kerry Petrovich.
Sure, yep.
That is the gentleman's name who is now a cop in Fairfax County who was super outdoorsy and made this little fat boy get working.
Wow.
So
Against his will.
yeah, just get working.
Hey, fat boy, get to work.
We went like whitewater rafting. Like he was super outdoorsy.
Were you guys the same age?
Brought me along.
Or he was older than you?
Older. I mean, he
took you under his wing?
probably 40s. Yeah.
But it was heavy because you were
now.
fat,
Yeah.
so his wings...
At first, when you were telling that story, I was
wing.
not associating this little fat boy as you, so I thought this was a news story we're talking about. A new person in the news, like, this guy, he wouldn't get this little fat boy. Just started putting him through his paces.
But yeah, super outdoorsy. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. There's apparently a really cool indoor rock climbing gym downtown called, I can't remember what it's called, but I just dated a girl who would go there all the time.
I would like to climb a rock again.
I'd like to meet that girl.
So yeah, rock climbing's fun.
Okay.
Just to say hey.
Just to say hello.
Hi, I don't know
She has
her.
really powerful legs
Oh.
from the rock climbing.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't even use her arms. She just like walks.
She actually has no arms.
Wow.
Yeah.
She just uses her teeth to stabilize
Yeah.
and then just jumps.
Yeah. She does a lot of
Jesus.
hopping.
That sounds intense. Yeah, I don't know. I think rock. I would like to get more because I think working out outdoor, like the whole 300 workout,
Oh god.
was just insane. It was just like an ancient workout of them lifting heavy rocks and moving them from one place to another,
Okay.
and then they would just do that day in day out, and doing squats with a giant rock, carry that rock from
Rock
there
squat.
to there, rock squat, and then obviously we all know how that turned out if you've seen the movie.
Killer abs.
Yeah,
The
absolutely
300.
Yeah.
I mean, Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
Wow.
The butler on that.
Got it.
Nailed it.
All right, so let's do some hiking. I'm down to do more hiking and more.
Well, I want to know what you
rock
guys would have done or like to do outside. That's what the question was.
We had a long conversation. I totally forgot there was a question.
Yeah,
I thought this
yeah.
was just a topic.
Wait, what do I like to do outside?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a real.
Or to be an alternative to working out. What do you want to do?
I do not like.
And then how do
running.
you stay motivated?
Running is the worst. I don't know how people do that.
If I had a bike, I would love to bike around.
Oh, you should get a bike.
Yeah, I should.
I left my bike in my old apartment. I should probably
I'll
get
go.
it.
I'll go get it.
Yeah, you want it?
Sure.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bike.
I like to play basketball as sort of a workout, but that's not just a workout.
Yeah, you do run a lot.
That's a workout.
That's a lot of running. That
Yeah,
and
although I
soccer.
don't do it outside. I like to play in indoor gyms just because they're usually kept up nicer.
I don't think that.
And the acoustics are great.
I don't
The
think that
acoustics
stops
are
from.
amazing.
That's the best part, just yelling.
Yeah.
I don't think doing it inside makes it any less of a workout.
No, you had just said, what do you guys like to do outside?
Oh,
and I was
okay.
just clarifying that I usually play inside.
Okay, well, I mean, alternatively to
What are the things that are
a workout in your house
good
or
exercise
something.
that
Yeah.
aren't necessarily?
Yeah, playing basketball is I'm always soaked in sweat and
Yeah.
very sore the next day, and it is a ton of running and obviously a ton of back and forth running, but it doesn't really seem like a workout because it's more the competition.
Yeah,
and,
you're focused on the game as opposed to the fact that
Yeah.
if you did that same amount of running, just running, you
Right.
would probably stop way before then.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'm done.
So
Yeah.
you get really sweaty and stuff. Take a picture.
So sweaty.
Yeah, take a picture. Now.
Picker didn't happen.
Yeah. You know what? I'll just look at Instagram.
Pick right
There's
bullshit.
There's probably one there.
Well, my 1 second every day, I've been doing the workout shots to be able to see it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I am not very good at sports. The only sport I ever really played, for fun, when I was in high school, was at the Y.
Fencing?
At the Y, yes, fencing. And
Yeah.
like, no one else was fencing, but I had a
You just
sword,
had the
and so
mask
I
and
was
the sword,
just like
you
going
just poke
around.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like point. I like volleyball, but
Volleyball's so great.
volleyball
but
is
it's
fun.
not near as much running around. There's some jumping and stuff, but I was never it's a good cardio to get your heart rate up. But I was never like, oh god, after a game. I never felt sore the next day.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly
But it is fun.
stable.
I feel like if I were to play a game of volleyball right now, maybe like two beach volleyball, I'd be huffing and puffing.
Yeah, beach volleyball for
Well,
sure.
sure.
A lot
I think
more.
the sand is hard to run on.
And
but-
and if you're doing 2v2, you are running a lot more.
2v2,
I was
yes.
playing. It was
20
66.
Yeah.
20v20 giant like
100 v 100.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
I actually usually play volleyball just to be seen though, because you're on the beach, you're shirtless.
Yeah, you're like
tan.
bump, set, spike, selfie.
Right, exactly.
But not in that order. Normally it's selfie.
A lot of phones get broken because people are spiking the volleyball into your phone when you're trying to take a fucking selfie.
Yeah, you're like, come on, I'm trying to get a selfie here.
People are dicks.
Yeah, PE, man, that was, I guess field day was a good thing, at least when I was younger. Like we would do that like once a week at my school, and that was super fun.
You gotta come to a fucking field day that we do here.
Yeah, I need to. I've never been.
You're just saying, come.
You came to the last one.
To more of them.
Okay.
Josh has been to more than you.
Climbing
Josh
ropes.
more than me,
I have a question. Leo and I, grew up on the more southern part of the country than Brian did. So I'm curious,
Sure.
in your PE, did you ever have square dance day?
No,
You didn't have square dance day?
did
I
not.
guess even more further south.
Wow.
Yeah, you're definitely more from the south, and I would, and Leo.
I thought Virginia might have some square dance day. Yeah, there'd be a day of PE where everyone just does square dancing.
I have a shocking answer to your question. We did have that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
What?
absolutely. We learned the whole. I can't remember what that.
We had
it was
dancing
like a
day, but
main-
never like square dancing.
Oh, no.
Square dancing,
we
and
did
then
square
also,
dancing
and then also
too.
like the electric slide.
The electric slide.
Yeah, the electric slide.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had like square dancing, do-si-do and all that stuff.
Maybe I'm just thinking of the
Round and
electric
round.
slide though. I think we just had electric slide. Maybe it wasn't like that.
Speaking of now, like things that happened in PE, like square dancing day that everyone probably can relate to.
Right.
Umbrella, the giant umbrella parachute. Giant-
Oh my god, that fucking parachute.
I was just about to bring that up.
God, that was
Like,
so great.
I would love to do that every day if that could somehow count as a workout.
That is actually
awesome.
Pin dodge
neat.
originated in my PE.
Oh really?
That's kind of like
Pin dodge is a game that Leo made up.
Yeah.
Sort of a dodgeball.
a collective
Folding
group
meets
of friends of
folding.
mine. Yeah, so like in PE, it would be a huge line on like the right side, and then if you got knocked out, like your pin got knocked over, the next person comes in and picks it up and takes your place. So it's like
Okay.
almost like a rotating cast.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, that kind of started there. There's like some different rules, but speaking of pin dodge, we gotta play that again.
We should play pin dodge.
A sport that I would like to play would be, if y'all are ever going to be on that league again, I would like to do it this time, would be kickball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kickball's super fun, and so softball. I love like 12-inch softball too.
You just the other day texted me like, well, I was looking at pictures of us when we played softball in Chicago.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We played, Leo and I played with a bunch of other people from our from the Grand Lux, of course.
Yeah.
And was it just the first game, or did we do that for a?
I don't.
Can't remember.
In the first time we played, I think we played like in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
The first season we played, I don't remember not wearing
Okay,
a vest and a.
Yeah, we
suit
showed up
jacket.
with vests and ties and slacks and suspenders and like
Yeah.
totally ridiculous. I mean, I don't think people could have been more angry at us.
Yeah, and now I had cleats. We had cleats.
We did have cleats, that's
and
true.
I had like black, not dress pants, but they were softball pants.
Yeah. And we had
So-
gloves. I mean, we
so-
were like half.
You had the gear,
Half
just
into
not
it.
the uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But clearly
It
by
was
not
so
having
great.
the uniform, we also had this attitude of like, sure, let's do this. This will be fun, but also let's like really have fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of people really just wanted to win.
To
Yeah,
win.
Yeah. That's why I'm not really into sports, because I don't have that competitive part of me. I'd much rather have fun
Right,
and
right.
laugh. That's why I like going to watch you guys play.
Yeah,
Like,
real together.
I was laughing, but no one was mad at me. Because I was just
That's the
enjoying.
best position.
Yeah.
There is nothing. There's a couple things, but nothing really sometimes greater than like when you just hit like a ball, like a baseball or a softball, just like far,
Just fucking yeah.
and you just
slam
slam it. And you just kind of like, yeah, I just did that.
it. Yeah, it feels good.
I just knocked that shit to the moon.
It's when you make a three in playing basketball, game,
Oh.
it also just feels so damn good. I love it, especially when it's just a fucking swish.
Yeah, I don't really know. I can't relate to that because I'm
Yeah.
the worst at basketball.
Basketball's really fun.
I'm just impatient.
It's not a boring game.
No, I'm just impatient in the sense of like.
Oh, if you don't want to go like learn how to
Get good
go-
at it.
You know,
Yeah.
I will like I don't know the wrist thing, whatever. I'm just like I just want to shoot up and go in the basket.
Yeah.
I don't. If I know, yeah, there's a million things I'm doing wrong,
But to have to get in, yeah.
yeah,
I feel like if I never played basketball and I just started doing it now, I'd be like, nah, probably not gonna.
yeah,
But it's great. The only thing that sucks is you like go, unless you have a big group of friends that comes with you and you can just start a game with people you already like playing with. You like I just go to my gym and you just play pickup games with whoever's there, and a lot of times it just turns into like there's some basketball being played, and then there's a 5-minute argument about if there was a foul or not, and it's just like everybody just stops playing and just bold like there was a foul, yes it was, no it wasn't, I pretty like it's just this, and I'm just like okay, well I guess nobody wants to play basketball.
Yeah.
Like how important is this like why don't we just aren't we here to play basketball?
No.
Like let's play basketball. Who just somebody give in, it doesn't matter. Even if you lose the game, you're just gonna play again in the next like it makes no sense.
Yeah, can I be there just as like an attorney for those arguments?
I mean, how about just a ref?
Yeah, I think a ref works.
No, an attorney.
I think a referee works.
You just jump to attorney.
Yeah, I gotta be on retainer for this.
Wow.
So do we need to stop the game and go into like a courtroom situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
That you're right. That would make it way less disruptive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we should get some tables and chairs and podiums on wheels to just like slide them onto the court.
Oh
for a
shit!
second,
It's time
get
for
into
court.
Court mode. Yeah.
Court on the court.
Solve the case. Yeah.
Court on the court.
Okay, that's pretty good. This is not a terrible idea for a video, actually, because anybody who plays pickup basketball games would get it when like the game is stopped for 5 minutes because of an argument.
Court on the
It'd be
court.
funny to just like roll in, have a court session, find out who's right or wrong, roll back out, and continue the game. That's pretty funny.
Evidence, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, court.
Plan it.
Court.
Evidence.
Ooh, court.
I want to do
Just
it.
literally call it court.
Court. Let's do it.
If you're listening to this, please don't take that idea and do it before us. So you got plenty of time to actually do it.
Yeah.
So and also just more of that. How do you stay motivated? I think just it takes a while, but results.
Yeah, I think that's the ultimate motivation.
Yeah, well, I mean, like seeing that is sometimes difficult when you're first starting out. So for like those like just starting, like Tony Horton says it in P90X all the time. He's like, first 30 times you do this, you're not going to feel great, and you're not going to see results, and it's going to suck. But the more you do it, the more possible the impossible becomes.
Right.
And it's when I first started doing P90X, I was doing 0 pull-ups. Monday Josh and I were doing over 60 in one like session. So it's crazy, man. But just stick with it if you're listening and you're wondering like I never see results, so I don't work out. Just keep at it, man. You definitely feel great, and looking great ain't too bad of a thing.
Right.
A nice byproduct of that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard for me to stay motivated when it comes to that because I
am already in such great shape.
Yeah.
Because I already have a rock solid body,
Yeah.
No, but like I think what would be really helpful is if I like
True story,
if I would get fat or something. But I've never been fat, and I've always been just like okay with how my body looks. So there's like no strong urge to like improve it.
drastically.
Yeah. Or if I would gain fucking weight ever in my goddamn life, which I should, the way I eat, the way I used to eat anyway, then I feel like I'd be like, well, you can't look like this, idiot. Like, you need to get it together.
Yeah.
But I always just like, it's like anything. When things are just fine, a lot of times it's easier to just be like, well, okay, this is okay.
Yeah. The only time I like notice like a difference if I haven't been working out is like I feel weaker. Like I feel like I'm not as strong. Like I know what it feels like to be able to like do these pull-ups. Like even when I'm not actively doing them, I was like I know that right now I am capable of doing this amount of like physical exertion, and when I haven't been working out, I feel like I can't. Like I just sitting there at my computer, it's like I know I could not do those push-ups and pull-ups right now, and I feel like a weakling, and I don't like that feeling. I feel scrawny and flabby.
Yeah, because it is a good feeling. Like it feels great when you're confident that you could go, whatever, have a great workout.
Butt.
Yeah, just be violent with people.
Nice. Total strangers.
Right. No, but that's true. I do get motivated very shortly, and then I'm over it when I go on an audition, and it's like clearly for somebody who's supposed to have a good body.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if my agent probably just never seen me topless, but
You gotta work on that.
Yeah, probably.
that needs to change.
She's kind of a cutie.
Yeah, take this to the next level.
And so I'll go, like I went on a one for Axe body spray. And I knew right away, I've seen every Axe body spray commercial, like of course you're going to be shirtless for it.
Yeah,
and then like,
six-pack.
Yeah, and you walk in and like I see these other guys, I'm like, oh yeah, like that dude, I can tell he's got a fucking great body.
Yeah.
Great body. And I go in the bathroom, rub one out to it.
Yeah.
And I come back.
Well,
come back.
to be honest, I implied that. Like,
Right. But then, and again, it's not like I have a body that makes people like, ugh, or something, but no way I'll ever book an Axe body spray commercial unless I'm way buffer than
Your body makes you go, ew.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah, your body makes you go, hey.
Yeah. Brian, your body makes you go, oh, yeah.
your body makes you go.
Ryan, your body makes me go. Okay.
Your body makes me go. Chippies.
Ryan, your body makes you go. Ooh, rough spaghetti.
Ooh. That was great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I feel good.
Yeah, you're motivated.
That was our instead of hey Hollywood hire us. That was Brian. Your body makes me go.
We should continue that.
Yeah, for sure.
I am still a really big fan of when we punched up each other's life stories with sound effects. That was one of my favorite bits on this show, on this podcast.
Was that episode 1?
I don't think so.
I wish it was.
That would've been great.
Still my favorite thing we've ever done was the Brad Pitt.
I think it was.
Downhill from here. No, it definitely wasn't. I promise.
Okay.
We need you guys to go back and listen to all episodes again.
We're gonna pause this right now. We're gonna go listen to the
email us. Keep emailing us as much as you're doing now.
Because right now they're like
There's too many.
So I had an account connected to my actual one.
Right.
I am just flooded.
Yeah. I've been noticing that you haven't been getting back to my personal email.
Yeah.
I just assume it's because you're so overwhelmed with all the normal crew at gmail.com.
Completely overwhelmed. That's what keeps me motivated, is being overwhelmed by our fan emails.
So thank you, fans.
You're like, I need to take a break from reading these. I gotta go work out.
Yeah.
I'm too busy reading.
Just overwhelmed.
I sort of have a connection to what we were just talking about, but like in the acting world, just motivation, inspiration.
Well, I think motivation, in general, like how you stay, especially you guys as actors, like you need to be motivated because that's part of your job.
In better shape. I would like to be able to book something where one of the requirements is to look good.
Absolutely.
Shirtless.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah, like I don't need to be some buff. Friggin' dude. Like I know I'm never gonna be out for those roles.
Right.
Like, but to be something where it's like someone with my body type, but if you take the shirt off, like it's supposed to be attractive.
Yeah.
And not a joke.
Which honestly, doesn't take much either.
Oh my God! Relax.
Not a horrible joke.
Josh, your body makes you go, oh, daddy. So whenever we're working out together, just imagine it in my own head when I'm like, nice, couple more, please. Like,
every time I do a pull-up, it's just going, oh, daddy.
Oh, daddy.
Oh man, that's good. This is I'm on a text thread with people in my acting class, and late last night this guy sent me this, and then I've seen it around the internet today, so I think it's Chris Pratt Instagrammed something. I didn't even see the picture out, honestly, but his comment was really great, and I can skip some of it. But he says, basically, he's saying he's working on a movie, and then he's going on to this next movie, and he's just doing these 2 movies back to back, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and this other one called Passengers. And he says, I go back in about 8 hours to do more shooting. I am doing what I love. It doesn't feel like work, even though it is. I'm having fun. I'm overcome with joy and gratitude. I felt like posting this to say to anyone out there chasing your dream. 15 years ago, I felt the same passion I feel today, but I had very little opportunity. I had to hustle hard and go hungry. I had to eat sardines and figure out how to get gas money, and I never had a plan B. I never stopped believing ever. Don't give up. Apply constant pressure for as long as it takes. It will break before you do. Go get it. Nice. Which is so awesomely inspirational.
Yeah, because I follow his Facebook page or whatever, so I saw that thing was posted. I just hadn't a chance to read it, but it was like, Chris Pratt's advice to those pursuing the dreams and stuff like that. That's
was really, and I mean that comes up. A lot of actors have said great shit like that and stuff, but like with Drew on last week, I remember when he used to I have $100 in my account, I just took this job, and it was either do it or go back home.
Awesome.
And it's sort of like that, and Jim Carrey lived in his fucking car, and I love that it gets to a point with some of these guys who become super successful that it was pretty shitty.
Yeah.
And somehow, it would be so
just
easy,
don't give up.
right, to go home or go.
I feel like the majority of people who don't succeed, it's because they have a plan B and they're too easily fall to that.
Yeah.
When I talk to people, strangers, stuff like that, if I'm driving around or whatever, because when acting is slow, I will drive for Lyft or Uber and stuff as my way to get bills covered as opposed to waiting tables. And I'll talk to people. They'll ask what do you do, blah blah blah. And I'll talk about acting and stuff, and just talk about how there is no other option. It's this until I die. I literally there have been some extremely low, stressful, depressful moments, way more than there ever were in Chicago. I don't think I've ever really had that many in Chicago. That when I'm coming out to LA. And there have just been moments where I don't want to get out of bed. And I just feel awful in terms of I haven't gotten the success in my life, and that's why I'm out here and doing all this stuff like that. But there is no I'll give it another month, and then it's the 9 to 5 office job for the rest of my life. Because then I'll be hating myself for the rest of my life that I didn't continue doing this one more day. And it's rough sometimes. Right now I'm in kind of one of those rough points, and it's just been like
sucks a lot most of the time.
Yeah, and so like I feel like the people who make it are the people who just don't ever give up. I've never had a plan B, ever. And because there's nothing else I want to do. Nothing else, I don't care how much money I make doing it, nothing else would be my dream, nothing else would make me happy than what I've wanted to do since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And so it's like, there is no other option. I will be a Lyft driver till I'm 90 if that's what it takes to still be pursuing acting and stuff. And like, hopefully it doesn't take that long because it'd be a really shitty life. But when I'm 90 and I book some role that finally gives me success, oh my god, the happiest 90-year-old.
I hope it's just like dead corpse in a casket.
Yeah, right.
Like, everyone was posting that thing about because he died. Oh crap! I just blanked out his name. No.
Alan Rickman.
Yes, thank you. I want to say Alan Arkin. Alan Rickman.
Alan Arkin's alive.
Yes, he is. That's why I didn't want to say his name. But a lot of people posted the thing like if you're feeling down or whatever, like Alan Rickman didn't start acting until he was like 41 or something like that. And so it's like hopefully I'm not that hey, if you're feeling down on yourself, Josh Patton didn't get his first role until he was 93.
That would be awesome. There's a thing I remember seeing on I think Facebook or something, but like there's a picture of the moon. It's like, hey, shoot for your dreams and shoot for the moon and fuck it. If you don't make it, at least you die in space. like it's like, sorry, like shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, hey, guess what? You might be dead.
Isn't that like at least you'll land among the stars or something like that?
Yeah, but one of them was just like, fuck it, let's go die in space.
I love that. Dude, I would love to die in space.
Yeah, I don't want one of my life's regrets at the end of my life to ever be that I stopped trying when I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's this or nothing.
Yeah.
And so, whatever. Yeah, I don't have the stable career and family that, everyone that I, grew up with who just stayed in our hometown have, because they didn't have these same dreams. So I'm not judging them for doing that because they didn't give up on what they want to do. They are doing what they want to do. That's just not what I want to do.
Right. Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, so that's, no regrets, I guess, is the good thing of that, too, of like, we are where we are because of what we've done in the past. So it's like, no regrets, and just, like, keep trying. Whatever you want to do it, and if what you want to do is, like Josh said, like, stay in your hometown and raise a family, do it. The world needs more babies. Ugh.
Bring on the babies.
Bring on the babies.
We need an army of babies.
That is true. All right. Well, what do you guys? What else you guys got? That was me.
My topic.
What do you guys got?
We kind of talked about a little bit last week. Brian was mentioning it, and then this now seems like a good connection. But I was actually thinking, like, what would you do if you had a baby right now?
So set me up.
Yeah, and like we can talk about different scenarios. One, like currently with your situation, like financially, also because I don't think any of us could afford to have a baby right now.
Right.
But like say that is not like a factor. Like how different would your life? Like, do you think? Obviously, there's no way to really know until you have. Like, how different do you think your life would be in terms of like what your day-to-day activities are? What would you give up? And say like you haven't reach the success of like acting or whatever your main goal is, like how would you still try to pursue that? Because I would, even while having a life to take care of that's not a cat.
It's one of those things where like from at least like seeing everyone that I know and how they what happens to them when they have a baby, it's like you could pursue those dreams but you'll have to give up 2 years. Like 2 years, because almost like until they're like, because even seeing my sister with a kid, until they're like 20, 2 years old, it's constant needing attention.
Yeah, and obviously right now, all of our current situations is none of us are married. So if there was a baby suddenly that we were responsible for, we don't have the spouse option to like cover for like an hour while we go to an audition.
Yeah, and even then, it's just seeing like what like the communication that has to go about the normal day-to-day. Like for me, I really enjoy what I have in my life, which is alone time and my own, like to be in my own head or just to sit down by myself or watch that or just sit around. Or if someone's like, hey, do you want to go somewhere? I'm like, yeah, I can do that, because guess what? I have nothing going on in a sense of like
nothing tying me down.
Yeah, like nothing tying me down. Nothing. If someone's like, hey, you want to come take a trip with me? I can probably do that. But just like the availability, I guess, is something that
freedom.
Freedom is something that I absolutely enjoy in my life, and that's something that a couple times it's been like slowly taken away from me, and I've really like backed up, like almost in a sense of like relationships. So if there was a relationship that went above and beyond that, and then all of a sudden there was a kid, I've thought about it a lot, and I think I would do better than I probably think I would. So like I would step up to the plate, because I think I even talked about that maybe last week with Drew when he was, we were talking about like single parents and stuff like that, and when I have kids, I will do better. Just because I want to, believe there's some good in this world. But to be honest, it happened right now. I don't even, because you said like you don't know until it happens. Like seeing my sister when they were in a great place to have a kid and they were trying to have one come out of nowhere. Oh boy. Especially like financially, like just hearing her like. Because my sister's got a great job and her husband has a great job, but even then, when they had a kid, they were talking about like,
there's no way to play
Leo,
it.
you have no idea. Like, it was just like, you don't understand. Like, diapers, clothes like every month, because they constantly grow and change, and it's just like
someone's got to figure out
thousands.
Baby's clothes that the clothes can grow with the kid, so you don't have to. Like some type of material or some
spandex.
Yeah, just spandex. Or like some kind of thing where it's like some extra material, like Velcro. Like, I don't know, some way you could adjust the clothes so that as they grow, you can add more pieces and assemble as like a new thing. So you're not.
Dude, get your ass on Shark Tank.
Yeah, I just came up with this idea.
People need to invent some sort of propulsion device that is almost like. You buy it once and you're good and you don't have to worry about it again. Oh wait, that's the oil industry that probably existed 70 years ago, but baby clothes makers are like, no. You need a preteen, you need a 2 month, you need a 3 month, you need a 4 month.
Somebody needs to figure out a way to have, and this is probably scientists, I guess, or doctors, have the baby come out of the vaginal canal as a full-grown adult.
Ooh.
And just be that size right away.
Yeah, scientists would definitely have to work on that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else would have.
It's like, what the fuck are these scientists even doing?
Yeah, I agree.
Clearly,
so what about you, Josh? Me, I would say I'd try to do it, but obviously I would have to.
You had time?
No, I would have to call in some help. Like I would have to be like, Mom,
bro, who you been fucking, bro?
Mom, I done fucked up. Like, Mom, I done fucked up. Because where I'm at in my life right now, right?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, my sister and her husband we're ready to go. They have great jobs.
Would you go home to Virginia to have that like support system?
We'd have to talk about that with the baby mama.
Yeah, we'd have to. If that was a situation, like I could not leave. It would have to be a conversation because I would not be in its life. So
because you would maybe even go to like say the girl was from fucking whatever
France.
Seattle or Seattle, France. You might have to go there,
Yeah, Josh, what about you?
Yeah, that'd be nuts. Right now in my current situation, I would not be prepared or like in a place where I could, continue living how I am living and raise a kid. But yeah, I don't know.
You just have it in the back seat when you're Ubering.
Yeah, people are like, hey, that's my baby. And then if
he starts crying, hey, can you put the bottle in my baby's mouth for me? Please? Like, I don't want to turn away.
Total stranger, like here's some Purell. Like, wipe your hands real quick. There's 4 people need to get in the car. All right, hold on. I'll put the baby in the trunk.
Baby in the trunk. But I think that sums up everything right there.
Baby in the trunk.
Baby in the trunk.
No, it would definitely, obviously, be a challenge and insane. But that still would not, stop me from pursuing what I'm pursuing. I might have to find something more, stable, some kind of like more steady income that I could rely on that I knew it was going to be as like the day job, and that would obviously fill probably more of my time while still trying to audition and stuff like that. But
the thing like my mom always said was like, it might seem crazy, but the minute that thing is born, you'll do anything for it.
Right.
So like, you'll get a second job, you'll get a third job, you'll get whatever the hell, that's what my mom did to make sure that we had everything we wanted. So like, you just figure it out. I guess.
And if I did have to move somewhere, say, the baby mama or whatever lived like in freaking like Iowa or something like that, where there is like no like industry opportunities, stuff like that, then I would just have to be creating my own content, like YouTube stuff, whatever, anything I can do creatively.
Which we should be doing right now.
Yeah, but anything I can be doing creatively, and in the meantime, and then once it's like older, then like okay, back to LA.
Once it's older. I would like not to not answer the question myself, but I have two friends that came to mind right away as soon as you said that. My friend Mike, who
I've seen at auditions with a baby.
Mike is a actor. His wife is in school full time, and they have a kid. And he's never stopped pursuing this at any time during that, whether it be him bringing his daughter to auditions with him, or of course getting a nanny or whatever. And he has a regular job in the industry and will still go audition and work a lot and sometimes he travels to other cities for commercials and shit when it calls for it, and he just makes it happen because he's just a fucking hustler, and he just would never let anything take away from the fact that he wants to do this and this is the only thing he wants to do. It's really cool. It's so awesome for me to see that, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even when I'll complain about something and then I'll think about the fact that he's got a 1-year-old or however old she is that he takes with. I've gone to an audition to watch her while he's in the room. It's that's a thing that he has to do is call his friends and be like, hey, I have this audition, can you come with me to watch my kid?
Damn,
baby, and you just do it. Go. Yeah, and he just fucking does it because that's there's no other option. And my friend Quinn, he's a writer, he doesn't go audition every day, so it's different, but his wife is a successful writer, he's a writer too, and they have 3 kids.
Damn.
They just do it. There's not, it's the same thing. It's just there's just no option. You're just going to do both of these things really well, or try to.
Rylander?
Rylander, yeah.
Nice. I didn't know he had a baby.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's not, he's a great dad too. It's not like it's taking away from his, he somehow handles it all, which sounds bonkers to me.
Alright, so say, a different version of that would be, say the pursuit of the dream you already have some kind of success, and that's not as big of a factor anymore. So say that you got enough success with whatever your dreams are so that you can make money from it, and that part is not really a struggle. You don't need the side job and stuff like that. So now this is more like an ideal scenario where maybe you would actually, if you want to have kids in your life now, would actually be trying. Now it's what kind of, what would you prefer? How many? Boy or girl? All that kind of stuff. In your ideal scenario, when you are, if you ever wanted to have a family, what would your idea of that be?
Right. I feel like for me, it's so based on my situation, right? I had 2 brothers and I was the middle kid. So then for me, I feel I want my kid to have a sister, first of all. I don't want to have boys and girls. And in the perfect situation, I'd know that they'd be no more than 2 years apart, between each of them. The mom would definitely just be smoking hot.
Yeah, first shit.
That's in fact, let me move that to the top priority.
Yeah, that goes.
I actually don't care what gender the kids are, how far apart they are. I just need that smoking hot mom.
Pretty important. But it's fun. But I don't know. I guess that's my answer.
Nice.
Yeah,
girls.
I mean, we kind of talked about last week in a sense of almost, do you want to even bring a kid in? And I know, Brian, you were talking about do you want to bring a kid into this world? And I kind of mentioned I do want to have kids, but it's by
the time we're 90, the Earth is going to be a fucking nightmare.
For sure, yeah. Well, we're all going to turn to Venus anyway, and it's going to be run by greenhouse effect. But yeah, you never know. But for me, it's right now, I know that I want to have kids, but it's not in the foreseeable future at all. But that's okay. So it's I'm also okay if just the opportunity never comes up and I don't.
Right.
I'm also okay with that because I have through a different human being, but my bloodline is continuing.
Yeah.
Through my
being
sisters.
Being an uncle's awesome.
Yeah. So it's it's basically being the friend of a pet owner, where it's I'm just called my nephew a dog, basically. Yeah. But you get to play with it when you want to, and then you're all right, bye.
Yeah. When it shits on your bed.
It's me watching you guys softball games. I get to laugh at the fact that you guys do that, but no one gets mad at me.
Yeah.
I don't have any repercussions.
We don't have any of the fun either. So that's another thing too. Is I don't have any of the fun of raising a kid. And I say fun, but at the same time, I know it's for the first couple of years, absolute nightmare. Is at least by what my sister has said.
She hates it.
So much regret. The things that go in, the things that come out.
Ew, yikes.
Both of which are crayons.
Yep.
So many crayons going in and out. If a crayon goes in and it's like pink, what color is it when it comes out?
Salmon.
Yeah.
Don't even want to know. Don't even want to
I just want to see a crayon come out of a butthole.
Interesting.
I feel like there was a website.
I do not want to see that for the record.
Okay. You guys were talking about like a YouTube channel. You guys need to be doing that. I have been actively filming crowns coming out of my buttholes.
Oh, perfect. Holy shit.
I say crowns, crayons.
Crowns, whatever comes out.
I say crowns, but I should force myself to say crayons.
I mean, those are two completely different words.
Yeah.
Crown is not a pronunciation.
But when I say,
I've heard people say it all the time.
When I'm quickly talking and I say crowns, in my mind I'm imagining not a crown, a crayon. But
I don't understand what's happening.
Southern thing.
Crown?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's how some people say crayon.
Yes. Go get the crowns.
Crown.
Go get the crowns.
I never did, but yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, but in the South,
yeah.
you know, they just,
What do they call what a king wears on his head?
A crown. But it's when you're quickly talking about, like when you're in quick conversation where you're just like, Leo, go get the crowns.
Wow, that's
when
weird.
you're saying it fast.
You're just saying
crown,
not
crown,
enunciating crayons. Crayons.
I mean, I guess I could understand if it was crayon.
Crayon.
Like you're not pronouncing the Y.
But also you are a crayon. Like that's kind of if you're in the South, you might be saying crayon.
God, people are so different everywhere.
I know, right?
It's weird.
Have you guys seen that video that's going around right now that I even shared on Facebook?
The one I just showed you guys before we started?
Yeah. But about like that girl who filmed that YouTube video of.
Wait, what?
I have seen it, and
but what is it?
This girl was just so dumb. Just talking about. I don't remember what topic she was
it Kylie Jenner talking about?
No, it's some. And obviously, if Josh is about to say it's some fake thing, but it's if it's real. Let's just say that. Let's start with that. It's a girl talking like you need to talk. The world needs to talk American-ish.
Yeah.
Like. And then it's 2 minutes long. We'll show you afterwards. Everybody look it up.
And the video that people post
put it in
this guy just like kind of like putting himself like on the other like split screen, like just kind of staring at her, like inserting himself into the video. What is wrong with her? He doesn't say anything. That was the first version or video of her that I saw, and then later I've since seen other videos, and I'm 99.9% sure this is a YouTube character that she does.
That's her character.
Because she has lots of videos where she's just being incredibly dumb like that, and I feel like she has such a wide range of like things she's talking about. There's no way she'd be like this stupid on every single subject, and I feel like she's like mocking the YouTuber, and I feel like
God that she's genius.
Yeah, because most people like that video, because that video is going viral, the one that you shared, where it's the guy reacting, and he's calling her out, and if it was real, then props to him. But the fact that she's so good at doing it, most people are not in on the joke.
Which is insane. I need to start researching things because there's like two things I've shared. There's like two things I've shared recently, and like I would say this not just me, but for probably everybody.
Don't do it. Overrated, dude. Research is overrated.
But for everybody, like where you're just like you immediately see something, you're like, damn, that's cool, and you share it.
Yeah.
And you're like. And then like I shared the other day where it's the CERN project broke the speed of light.
Right.
Not true.
Not true?
It was a faulty wire, is what like another article said. But the headline is just clickbait.
I still have that tab open on my thing to read the article.
Don't read it. It's just a faulty wire that they thought they did
one faulty wire made CERN scientists believe that they broke the speed of light.
In an entire 5 mile.
Again, what are the fucking scientists doing?
Yeah. Get on having babies coming out at 42 years old.
Right, come on. Not 42 years old, but the body is 42 years old.
So they still have the mentality of a 1 day old.
Absolutely.
But they're in a full...
Their brain continues to grow as a normal baby's would, but their body is a full-grown adult.
That is absolutely dangerous.
So can you imagine all just the big, dumb people that would be walking around? That'd be so great.
Okay.
I'm gonna like blend in with them and like...
Yeah.
I'm also a baby, like take care of me.
Take care of me.
Feed me.
Just and like the amount of like dead weight when they fall asleep on you or whatnot. Like if a 42 like 2-pounder is
all those pictures of like grandpas holding babies, like full-grown babies, like in recliners, like both napping. It looks insane.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't need to breastfeed or bottles because they would have full digestive systems and teeth, so they could just eat real food. They might not know how.
That's true.
But they have the capability.
It's just the brain.
They don't need the
grows.
liquid diet.
Right. You just have to teach them.
Yeah,
No.
you'd be like an idiot who somehow gets smarter over time.
Right.
I would be like Kal-El on from the movie Man of Steel,
Yeah.
where he was the first natural birth in a while. If
Right.
this whole 42-year-old giant baby thing, I'd be like, listen, babe, we need to have a
Listen,
real
babe.
baby.
And like,
And then we'll shoot him off into space.
They still have like the terrible twos, but it's just
Absolutely. Just this giant, full-grown, 6 foot
throwing
man.
tantrums.
It'd be really hard to control them because they would be big and strong.
Yeah.
Put them like in their room and they're just constantly getting out.
Right.
Yeah, like literally kicking the door down.
Yeah.
Like at any
Or if they're like taller than their parents, like instead of like reaching up to like be held, they're like reaching down,
Right.
and, like pick me down.
Actually, in this crazy scenario, the world may eventually just be overcome by these full-grown babies, and that's what the world would be.
This is Trump's America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Or if you're ever like,
He could shoot someone.
Please vote. Just not for him.
if you're doing something and like illegal or whatever, and the cops like trying to arrest you, and you're just like but you're not one of these babies, you just pretend to be one. Like,
Right.
I'm this many, and like, oh, it's just a baby. This isn't a crime.
Go about your way, child.
Yeah, don't do that. Continue on.
Wow.
Oh man, this is good.
Let's just start doing this and pretending to be babies without the fact that this adult baby thing exists,
Right.
and no one knows what's going on.
Well, maybe three of us will go out, two of us will be babies, and the other one will be like, oh, well, you haven't heard about this yet? Yeah, a lot of kids are coming out full grown.
It's just a few weeks. It's just a few weeks.
I just made a note about court so we don't forget it.
Yep. But he's like, he's actually physically. I see him just going behind the bar, taking drinks all at once.
right.
Yeah. He I'm sorry, he does that.
He doesn't know any better.
So you're gonna pay for that, right? Oh, should he? Like, I don't know. It's like,
Come on, he's just a baby.
yeah, he's just a baby.
Sometimes babies be babies.
Okay, now he just looked at you and winked. Okay, now wait a second. What's going on? Brian, what do you got?
Topics, bro.
Yeah, I want to hear some.
Topics.
I want to hear some.
All right, here's a topic.
Video games. Just shouting it out.
Well done.
It's been a while.
Okay, I have a topic. I haven't heard of this, but apparently it's a phenomenon. And I
Okay.
looked on the internets, and it is a phenomenon.
God, if you just go right back to baby talk.
A lot of these videos on YouTube, and a lot of them with hundreds of thousands or millions of views.
Okay.
And it's called the duct tape challenge.
Ooh, so this is the next challenge after the cinnamon challenge, as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
I don't know what the duct tape challenge is. I just know that for a while there was the cinnamon
mouths of
challenge.
cinnamon?
Yeah.
Right.
So I haven't heard the duct tape challenge. I
Okay,
can't
so
know what it is.
what about you, Leo?
Only thing I've seen on it is about on Facebook where it says duct tape challenge. A kid gets hurt and has to have major surgery. Fuck that. I'm not believing that shit anymore.
But you didn't look into it?
No.
Did do research. You're not supposed to do research.
But you-
In fact, Urban Dictionary's definition of research just says, nah, bro.
But like, no, like, how many people will just look on the Reddit, Facebook, and see that like something like it's the same kind of fucking weird thing that happens when people try to fake celebrity death. You're like, oh my god, that person died, and you just move on. And now, like, maybe for a day, you think that person's dead until it turns out to be a hoax.
I mean, sure, but a lot of it is. I mean, no. Well, most of it's news. Most of it's actual news. If you click on it, and it doesn't. It's not
Yeah, but
just
that
a Facebook
certain thing
post,
was there.
it's like
That
you-
certain thing was there. Like, and then it like that's
that
a
might be
rising
one.
topic, and then you look at it, and it turns out it's completely.
Yeah, no.
It's like,
Again,
God damn, like,
you have
that's-
to actually look into it to make But those are real.
They're supposed to be news. They're not printed as, like, fake things.
Right, and a lot of it's
They're
bullshit
posted.
about celebrities or whatever. But there's real shit there too. And if you click on it and follow, go down the trail, it's legit shit.
True, but also on the internet, like you could think something could be real and it could be completely.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
Yeah.
Just
Anytime.
it's just very hard to actually like find it. Like now, like to actually believe a true story.
Yeah. But I feel like, the intention of those posts on Facebook on that side is that, like, these are supposed to be news stories.
Yeah,
like,
so
whatever.
So that's the only thing I know from
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is that possibly real, possibly fake.
hospitalized or something.
Okay, well, it is real.
Okay.
This kid. So the duct tape challenge is apparently you and your friends like duct tape each other and try to get out of it.
Okay.
So there's all different kinds of videos.
Been
This
there.
one that had 3 million views was just these. I mean, the dumbest video I've ever seen in my life.
All
With
right.
3 million fucking views, and it was just a dude duct taping some duct tape around his girlfriend in a desk chair, and her trying to escape, and then she doing it to him. Unbelievably stupid.
That's
And there was,
crazy.
like-
Can you give me a moment? I need to go watch a video.
Then there was like sort of a kind of a funny one where this dude stood up against a wall and his friends, just destroyed him with duct tape against a wall.
Awesome.
Like where he was elevated, like it was insane. It was like actually kind of funny. And then, so then what happened apparently with this kid is, he was all duct taped up and he tried to get out of it and he like fell and smashed his head on a windowsill.
Jesus.
But like landed on his eye, so now he has like permanent permanent damage to his eyeball, and had to have like he's got this huge fucking scar on his head because they had to cut his head open because he like fucking maybe has major damage to his brain.
Jesus.
So and then he's 14 years old, and so I just thought I just thought it was so. Like I remember doing dumb shit when I was a kid, and of course we would film it. And just, I mean, it would.
That seems like such a fluke thing to happen with this duct tape challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably
extreme.
Certainly more of a fluke.
I feel like that's not going to happen to any other person who does the duct tape.
Right.
But there were some times like when I was younger, like if it was a fad and like people were filming everything like they are now, like we would have filmed ourselves watching each other pass out.
Right. So this is what this is leading to is like, can you remember a time or anything when you were a kid you did something, to be funny and like something terrible happened? Maybe not even an injury, but if it was an injury or if you got arrested or.
I mean, my nose is one thing, but that was more just we were goofing around. It wasn't like we were trying to do something funny.
Right. You're just running around and stuff.
But I would say like in a situation where we were making each other pass out.
Yeah.
There was one time I would always like people were like, dude, your face gets so red. I'm like, oh no, watch. And I remember once in 11th grade, I made myself like super red, which is basically just bringing all the blood to my head.
Yeah.
And then I got so red, I was like, oh, how cool is that? And the next thing I remember, I'm fucking waking up in the hospital because I fell over and hit my head on the ground.
Oh, jeez.
So and nobody caught me because they all thought I was still joking around.
Right.
But it was just like me just passing out.
That's the problem when you're a kid is people, when you're injured, still think you're kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody takes anything seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. So stuff like that, probably not I don't know. We're kind of, I guess you would say, lucky that nothing really happened. But I mean, just making yourself pass out. I remember we would just do it, which is basically just
the neck, neck pressure thing.
Yeah, you do it for 20 seconds.
So terrible.
And then
you're literally cutting off the oxygen to your brain.
Yeah,
as a joke.
Yeah. So, but then we would when you would let go, you would let go.
Right.
And then you're completely lifeless for 20 seconds. And then I remember no one was there to catch you, so we would just we could have fallen into a windowsill. We did it in a friend's basement.
It's just it's funny what you do for a laugh, and what you said is sort of super relevant is because back then you were just doing it with your friends, and maybe even we did record it on our silly handheld cameras. Yeah. But now it's so everybody wants to put everything online immediately and look at this.
Well, so
now it's just put on a pedestal.
But then it was hey, let's record it. It would never actually recorded. It was that
you'd watch it with your
tapes, and it would never go on YouTube because it was super hard to do and all that crap. But now you would have everyone has a phone at the ready at all times. Yeah. And everyone is ready to put this on YouTube, no matter how awful it is. Hey, wrap me in duct tape.
Yeah, no, that's some terrible shit is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's wrap ourselves in duct tape and do the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to do the duct tape cinnamon challenge with you guys live on the Ustream on the stream.
Duct tape me.
Yeah.
Put cinnamon in my mouth. Make me pass out and see what happens.
Yeah.
And
on a railroad
ice bucket.
Oh my god.
And
ice bucket challenge.
And then ice bucket when I'm waking up.
Yeah.
As you're waking up on the road, you see a train coming, but help me. Nah, just put this
ice bucket. It's for a good cause.
Help me.
Raise awareness for train deaths.
Right.
Well done.
We there was certainly a phase. I don't know. I must have been a junior or senior high school or something. And great phase. It was in my towards the end of my teen years, 18, 19,
I have another
17,
one,
18. Cool, good. And my friends and I got a video camera from my parents, and I started using it to drive around with my friends and film us doing stupid shit. Yeah. All kinds of stupid shit.
Once Jackass started, popular, and then people are everyone's getting in grocery carts and rolling around. And all
the most ridiculous stuff, and it was really, really fun.
There were nights that we went bush diving.
Yeah, we fucking went bush diving.
Of course. Fucking thing.
It was the best.
And then it was either bush diving, and when that became less fun, it was fight night in my friend's yard.
Oh, Christ.
Literally, we put boxing gloves on and just punched the shit out of each other.
God, it was so fun though.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Anyway, so we got into my friend's car, got my video camera, and we were driving around a mall parking lot. And we all had masks on except for the driver. Just I don't know what they were, stupid Halloween masks and shit. And we were just driving around, yelling at people, just being so stupid. And so we're going pretty slow, and this guy in the parking lot, as we roll by, flips us the bird, and we get him on camera doing it.
Nice.
And of course, all you need is somebody to do something like that to get us going.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, fuck this guy, you know. So, and he's with, it was him and his woman, I guess.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, we gotta go confront him.
What age is this guy?
Yeah, so we're 17 and he's probably, 40.
Okay.
Something like that.
So it's just like
it's a man. It's an adult man and his adult wife.
Thinking of where they're at now, yeah.
So that gives us certainly enough reason to park the car and follow him into the mall, which we do. Camera rolling. So, and there's 5 of us. So Jesus. 5 of us walk into the mall. We don't have our masks on anymore. But we walk in the mall, camera rolling, and I'm the maybe most dumb of everybody, so I would be the face of the thing a lot. So I find him looking through clothes with his wife in the whatever store, and I walk up to him and I was like, I'm like, hey man, what did you flip us off for? And I think he threw something at the car, like a bottle cap or something. And we were like, we saw you, we have you on tape doing that. Like, what did you do that for? And he just immediately pulls out his badge because he's a plainclothes police officer.
Yes.
And we were just, just stunned. And he calls the cops, and the cops come to question us, tell us that we go into the mall, holding area, and the cops are telling us about how since there was 5 of us and we followed him and his wife into the store and confronted him, they could charge us with mob action, which is apparently a thing, as if all of us were coming to attack him. And all this crazy shit that could have happened to us.
In today's world,
oh my god,
it could have been shot,
of course,
for sure.
Absolutely. But we were just dumb.
But also, I'm just saying, if right now, a bunch of kids, 5 kids, because we live by a school.
Well, we were 5 white kids though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All of us.
But
then you will just be calmly escorted.
If a group of kids rolled by and we're saying shit, I'm like, yeah, fuck you. I'd flick them off.
Yeah.
And then if they
we were being little assholes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you'd be scared, of course.
Yeah. I didn't say scared.
You'd be scared.
I'd be like, what the
We were 5 very imposing white
they had
children.
muscle t-shirts.
Yeah.
They had bleach blonde hair.
Yeah. I had a lip ring.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Wow.
And so it ended up, they ended up letting us go, made us delete the whole video they recorded. But it was it was very, very scary for us because most of the shit we did, especially if it involved strangers, people would just want to get away from us. And it was always we won kind of because we were being obnoxious and they would run away. But this guy was like, fuck you, I'm a cop and I'm going to, I would really make this hard for you right now if I wanted to.
How invincible do you feel when you're 17, 18, 19 years old?
I think that's 100% invincible.
Yeah,
there was,
if not more.
Yeah.
There were senior pranks where I remember 2 kids they were just gone. We never saw them again. Their senior prank was to oil all the stairs in the.
Oh my god!
They greased up all the stairs in the school. They were just gone. We never saw them again. And then another senior prank was
we never saw them again.
They put and luckily I know
we could have killed so many people.
Yeah, the grease thing. I know a couple of people got hurt, but the one that could have 100% killed people was they put all the vending machines on the back legs on stilts, a little high stilts, so that if you hit a lower on the vending machine, the thing would tip over on you. Then they apparently caught that before. Dude, yeah, it was crazy. But it's just you would as a kid you're hey, yeah, this will get them, not knowing that it'll get them and maybe they could crush their skulls.
How far you look ahead is so short that you just do not take into consideration the real life consequences of what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, I didn't have a thing that I regularly did as a kid like that. And one time, my best friend in high school, Kevin, one time...
fake name or real name?
Real name.
Sick.
666. I remember he was dating this girl, and I think he left something at her house. This was in high school, and he was like, "Oh, I need to get it." He was gonna call her to see if she can bring it down. And then I don't remember whose idea it was, but we thought, let's see if we can just get in and get it, without anyone noticing.
Right.
And they had her family was well off. They had a 3-story house or something like that. It was big. And so we went in through the garage. The whole family's home. They're
God, this is so dumb.
And we snuck.
Mind you, in Georgia.
Yeah, and
friends, plenty.
Yeah. So mom, dad, and then her brother, all there. And, a dog, I think. But we snuck past everyone. Her room was on the top floor. We got all the way to the top. They're in the kitchen, making dinner. The dad's in the den or whatever. We got past everyone. Got whatever it was that he was missing, and got all the way back down out of the house, and no one ever knew we were in there. And our next idea was let's see how many of our friends' houses we can just get into.
Oh my god!
Without them ever noticing. We didn't actually do that.
So scary.
But we managed to stealth past everyone in the house,
That's a metal
including the
shit.
dog. But so that was
yeah, that's the most
thing.
impressive. The dog didn't even notice.
Yeah. And then some other dumb things. So like I didn't really do like a senior prank.
Let's see.
Yeah. I remember one time, in high school, I did a lot of dumb stuff that at the time I thought was hilarious.
In
but
Virginia,
now
there's a
like,
shoot.
what is wrong with me?
In Virginia, it's like the castle rule where you're allowed to shoot first and then ask questions later.
Great.
If someone's in your house. If someone's in your house.
Yeah.
Like what? Like, think about that.
Oh yeah.
If I saw two like shadows moving, then I was like,
And you had a gun
who's
on
there?
your waist.
Yeah.
And
You're protecting your house, man. Like
Right.
you're making dinner for your family. Like that's crazy.
we when I was I think it was like a senior or a junior.
Also, lock your fucking doors. Why aren't the doors locked?
I was I think I was a senior and I was on student government. I think.
Oh yeah.
I was in a bunch of things.
In government.
Yeah, a bunch of things that like were supposed to look good on a permanent record for like college stuff, even though I never went to college, so I didn't need to do any of it. We had it was like new like parent night, I think for like freshman parents that get into the school. And so the only thing that I ever like did, whatever, for student government was that we were supposed to like stand around and hand out maps to all the parents of the high school. And I wrote 5 cents on all my maps and sold them to the parents.
Yes.
And a lot of times they didn't have a nickel, so they give me a quarter, they give me like $1, and I'm like, oh, $1, you want 20 maps? And then no. And I told them it was a fundraiser. I told them it was a fundraiser for the school.
So great.
And I just wrote it on with like a pencil. Like, and I just say 5 cents. And then
You could have gotten away with $1, probably.
yeah, and I was with one of the first, I guess one of the, from where the entrance for like parking lot was, I guess it was one of the first people that they saw. So I'm like their like filter of like I sold
You're
a
the
ton of
go-to
maps.
guy.
Yeah. And then they went in inside the cafeteria for like the orientation thing, and someone was like, "Oh, did you get a map?" Like, yeah, we bought one outside. And they're like, "What do you mean you bought one?" And I mean, maps. They're
So great.
And so then a friend of mine who was in the cafeteria just came running out like, "Dude, you gotta hide! Like, there's an entire angry mob of parents looking for you
Holy
because
shit.
you're selling these maps." So I had like cargo short pockets full of nickels. And I ran to the English teacher's classroom, who was like the head of student government, and just dumped this mountain of nickels onto her desk. I'm like, "Hey, I just raised funds for the student government. I gotta go." And so then my friend drove me home, and then the next day I had to go to the principal's office right before school, and she was furious, and I was kicked out of student government.
Because of that, I never went to college. My life is ruined.
I think I was going to get suspended, but I wasn't. I had a lot of stories where it's like I should have gotten in a lot of trouble, but somehow I didn't. And the biggest one, kind of like yours, like dealing with the cops and stuff like that, you got taken to like a holding area.
Right. I
was on a school trip my junior or senior year. We went to Colorado, I think, and I think junior year. And on the way there, on a plane, I thought it would be funny to, we've already played with the barf bags. We've already played with everything you can get your hands on. So I took the flotation device vest thing out from underneath my chair.
I always wanted to do that.
And I was like looking at it, playing with it. And
Pre 9/11 here, folks.
Yeah, this is pre 9/11. Put it in my backpack and took it with me off the plane.
Yeah.
And we had the school trip. We were there for like 4 or 5 days, and then when we were flying back, we were late getting
that's
to the...
gotta be against the law.
Yeah, we were late getting back to the airport because of the teacher who was like the head of this trip. She was late. She made us all late getting to the airport, and so that it was too late to check luggage. And my bag was big, and I had to check it, and they wouldn't let me because we missed check luggage thing. So I was gonna have to. I was gonna try to carry it on. Yeah. So I tried to, and they wouldn't let me. It was way too big. And I'm like trying to tell this teacher, I'm like, "Hey, everyone else from our group's already got on the plane," and I'm like, "Hey, I can't get on the plane because I can't bring this bag on, and it's too late." And she's like, "I gotta go." Teacher gets on the plane, leaves me. So all this other students and like some of the parents who came on as like sponsors were all on the plane. I'm standing at this airport in a state I've never been in by myself. 17, I'm a minor, And then she gets on the plane, and one of my friends' parents was like, "Where's Josh?" Like, "Oh, he's gonna have to catch another flight. He can't get on this one." And they're like, "What?" So a couple of the parents then get off, and we'll catch another flight. So they get off and come meet me, and then I guess there was some rule where if you miss a flight like that and you have checked luggage, they have to do extra screening on it. But because they make sure there's not anything weird going on.
Right.
And so then they take me to this room I'd never been to before in an airport, and there's this giant magnet X-ray thing that they put bags in. It looks kind of like a CAT scan machine.
Yeah.
And they were they listed all these things. Is there any of this type of stuff? Magnets, all this kind of stuff. One of the things that there was any CO2, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no. And so I put my bag in there, and then the thing starts making all these crazy noises. The machine's going nuts, and they're like, we gotta stop. What's going on? So they open up my bag and they're digging through, and then they pull out this vest, which is lined with CO2 containers that I totally forgot was even in my bag, because this was 4 or 5 days ago.
Right.
I hadn't even messed with it during the trip. I totally forgot I even had it.
Holy
and
shit.
All over it in big writing is removal of this from an aircraft is a federal offense up to 25 years in prison, a $500,000 fine, blah 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 blah.
Oh
and they're like, what is this? And then they call all these guys in camouflage with big guns come into the room, and the last thing I remember is I looked out at the two parents who had gotten off with the very confused looks on their face as the guys on walkie-talkies shut the door, and it's just me and all of these armed guards discuss this, and I honestly have zero memory of what I said to them, how I got out of it. All I know is that when the doors opened, we were somehow all laughing about it, and I got to just get on the next flight. They took the thing with me.
Good.
I think I made some excuse where I said my friend who was already on the plane had already left, as a joke had put it in my bag, and I didn't realize it.
Right.
And I think that was what I said to them. But I just know at the end, me and the armed guards were laughing, and that's all I remember.
So this was what year do you think this was?
This was 2000. This actually might have been post 9/11. This actually might have been 2002.
Oh, I was gonna say
this actually was 2002.
Oh wow.
I was gonna say you are very lucky. This was pre.
No, this is post. This is why it's such a crazy deal. Why they had all these armed guys.
Right,
They had
that makes sense.
They had automatic weapons.
Yeah.
And they were in full fatigue.
I thought you were gonna say that all you remember is when you came.
Well, you're lucky you're white.
You were filled with bullets.
You're lucky you're white.
Dead body filled with
that was the spring of 2002. This was very soon after 9/11.
Damn.
You are very lucky. The privilege that you have, unfortunately.
Crazy.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, I'm glad we're all still alive.
Me too.
And not in prison.
And not have skull eye surgery for falling on things.
Yeah.
And Josh is living in Guantanamo Bay
Right.
for the rest of his life. Damn. Yeah. Hopefully that plane never went down, and hopefully no one reached under the seat and there was nothing.
And needed the thing that wasn't there. Yeah.
That's as an adult looking back,
That's real dumb.
What a horrible thing I
Yep.
did.
Yep.
At the time, I thought it was so funny.
So funny. You just do not have it in your brain to think about what the
consequences
actions you do.
The short-sightedness
So
of
weird.
how
The youth.
Yeah, you think you're invincible, and just you have zero thought of repercussions.
One of my favorite stories of being in high school, one of those crazy things, I wish I was part of a story, but I wasn't, and I just, Kevin and some of my friends in theater were
Back to Kevin. Cool it, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He was my best. We were at each other's house every weekend.
Yeah.
And but he and some other
Experimenting.
things.
Trying stuff out.
Kissing and touching.
See where we're at.
Heavy petting. They were at a Chili's, and it's one of the Chili's that had a giant plastic chili pepper in the parking lot, or whatever.
Oh, sure.
You see it off the side of the road and stuff like that. And one of my friends from theater was sitting on it and taking pictures and stuff like that. And then the bolts or whatever holding it to the ground snapped, and they tipped over, and it's hollow, so it's relatively light. They picked it up and put it in my friend's little Jeep, and drove around with this giant chili pepper. And it was it's suburban type of area, so it's Chili's right across the street from a giant AMC movie theater,
right.
It's the big mall area. So they're just kind of cruising through the parking lot, just kind of pointing out this big old chili pepper they got. And I guess at some point someone ran up like, hey, just so you know, those people over there are calling cops on you right now. So they drove it to my friend drove it to his house, and somehow I guess someone got license plate number. The cops came to his house and we're looking for this chili pepper, blah blah blah.
Adults suck.
Yeah,
the worst.
And then he and then the cops were looking through the house, and then my favorite is where they had put it.
Yeah.
He's Polish, and so they had a little garden in the back. It was in a little chili pepper garden of all real little chili peppers. Amidst them all was a giant,
as big as a person. How big is this chili pepper?
Bigger than this table.
Yeah.
For sure. And so
put it in the car.
and a real patch of actual chili peppers was a huge one. They're so Kevin and all them were all under 18 at this time, but except for my friend who was 18, but I think he lied and said he was underage and didn't have his license. I don't know, but he didn't. The only repercussions that they had was he had to write a letter of apology to Chili's.
Nice.
And he was banned for life from all Chili's.
Oh boy, I love that whole ban for life.
Yeah.
All Chili's. At what point is he going to walk into a Chili's?
Some other Chili's.
The
Even
same
that Chili's. Yeah, 6 months later when all management's gone.
Yeah, and they're going to be like, beep beep. His facial scan came through.
The hostess before anybody gets sat has to open up a binder and look through photos of the people who aren't allowed.
I'm sorry, what's your name? Yeah.
Did you used to wear glasses?
Yeah. They do racial profiling and random checks, see if people are on the the
Chili's list,
the no dying zone.
Yeah, Chili's the hot restaurant in Chicago. That's where everybody should go.
That is what's great about being doing that dumb shit when you're underage. It's there's not any nobody really gets in trouble. You get yelled at.
Yeah, I was 17 when I did took the vest off, so I was a minor. So it was all those federal charges. Doesn't apply to me, right? I'm a kid. I'm still a kid.
Still a kid. Right?
I'm this manny. I'm a baby.
I'm a giant baby.
Yeah. Do you guys have reviews you want to do this week?
Yeah, boy.
I do.
Ooh. I'm going to start.
Go for it.
I would love that.
Because this is not a complete show, so I can't review the entirety of it, but I will review up to what I've seen.
Okay.
With some
Leo?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll tell you what I'm going to review.
I have a guess what it is.
Oh, okay.
The Flash.
Oh.
Was that what you were going to guess?
No, I was going to guess whatever the new episodes of the X-Files are.
Oh, right. Scully was offered half the salary as Mulder.
I saw that on Facebook, and I don't know if it's true.
Me neither. Who knows if it's true or not?
Yeah.
Hey, Leo, can you do us all
a huge favor?
One last favor, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yep. And then I'm
final favor.
And then I'm gone.
Can you please deliver us, as your final favor to humanity, a 3-word review of The Flash, followed by a sexy cat meow?
Of course I can. Thank you so much for asking. Surprise.
No problem. Oh,
Wow.
you still got it. Surprise. Got it.
Surprise effects. How? Oh, meow. So
very prepared and hurried.
Just needed to get into it because my God, do I want to tell people if you're not watching The Flash, you need to be watching The Flash.
Wow. Okay.
It is okay. So we'll go with how. We'll start backwards first. How in the world is this a CW show? That is my first thing.
Because CW is coming on us.
CW, even then, Arrow. I mean, Arrow was okay, season 1 and 2, but now it's almost unwatchable.
My friend is on that show now.
Really?
I realize.
Who?
Echo Kellum.
Oh yeah.
He's really good though.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And I probably shouldn't say my friend. I just know him.
No,
Same.
a person.
My Facebook friend.
Your acquaintance. So how? When I was a kid, and CW shows were Smallville.
Right.
CW shows now are kind of still supernatural.
Vampire Diaries.
Like Vampire Diaries. It is still awful. Whoever works on that show, keep doing it, keep getting paid, but my God. But The Flash is actually a good week-to-week story that I care about every single character and the way that they handle stuff that is so mature in the sense of what you would never normally see on the CW. It's time travel. It's insanely confusing, and there was probably not to spoil anything, but I just watched the newest episode last night.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
It was one of the best episodes of TV in general that I have seen.
Wow.
Because there's almost, they actually have to stop everything for like 3 minutes and explain in a ludicrous, I heard that on here.
My tummy made a noise.
A ludicrous amount of detail of what and how time travel works in this certain situation. And I'm like, this should not be a network show. If this were on any different network or something, if this was on Fox, it would be, explained away and just who cares. They would not have spent 3 minutes in dialogue. But the writers and everybody is so good on this show that, like, you actually care, and they make you care about somehow that's the impossible.
Yeah.
And it's like, my God, okay, maybe that could actually happen. And also, like, there's some, like, romantic drama that I could normally give a shit about, but it's so well done.
Which one?
The Flash.
Oh, The Flash.
Yeah, they're so well done on this show that, like, I'm actually like, damn, like, that's fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So, like, that's interesting.
I don't think they consider themselves like a network show, like that network. You know what I mean? And certainly with what they're putting on the air, it's in some ways more of a, not that it's cable, but network shows do typically have a lot of things in common, and I feel like the CW
broad
CW is a little different.
It's just they handle the fantastical like on a very.
You gotta watch this show apparently.
Yeah, even if you don't like the Flash, it's kind of like this season's been a really good just kind of like study of like character.
Nice.
And all the main actors are incredible. There's some new up and comers that have never been. Cisco as a character who's never been anything. He's fantastic. He's kind of like the pop culture guy. The original guy from Rent, one of the guys from Rent, is in it.
The theater Rent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the movie.
In the movie. Grant Gustin is fantastic. He's Barry Allen. But also effects, like for TV, the effects are fantastic.
Pay no mind to the season 2 premiere.
Yes. Okay. So
one exception,
but like they somehow pull off Gorilla Grodd on TV on the CW, and it's awesome. And it's like, wait a second. I remember Smallville special effects or just like the cheesiness of it that they went, and it's just like I remember on CW. Clark flew once in the entire like 10 season run.
Damn.
And because it was probably like the effects heavy. But in this, like it's a show about a guy who runs near the speed of light. So it's like
there better be some effects.
Yeah, pretty great. And surprise is just how damn good the show is for the CW, and how. Show after show, and then so far, this is only midway through season 2. How they can constantly keep me interested. Where it's like, even during this time in Arrow, it's like, there's some throwaway episodes. There has not been a throwaway episode of The Flash in my life.
Damn.
Which is saying a lot for, someone who burned through the X-Files, someone who. I don't watch a ton of TV, but when I do, and I like find like a show or something like that, like. Even for Man in a High Castle, there's some throwaway episodes.
Right.
In Flash, it's obviously a very different subject matter, but it's like, maybe it's because I care a little bit more about like a superheroes than I do some like, alternate history Nazi thing. But super cool, man. Like, so if you're out there and you're on the fence about the Flash, or you could care less about it, just give it a shot. Maybe 1 or 2 episodes and just see how you feel. Because Tom Cavanaugh, I was trying to think of that actor's the whole name, is unbelievable.
Oh, cool.
So he's really good. But yeah, so The Flash.
Nice.
That's a while. I got check it out.
I love The Flash.
I'm gonna scope it. I'm gonna peep it.
Yeah.
Peep it with your peepholes. Brian, what have you watched or read or experienced this week that you would like to review?
I'm just thinking about your body.
Ooh. Josh make your body go, ooh, movie.
Josh, you make your body go, ah!
Josh, your body makes you go, oh, look at that.
Josh, your body makes me go, hey.
Ooh. Josh, your body makes you go, ooh, bounce, bounce.
Josh, your body makes my body go, ice came.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice enough.
Thanks for having a body.
Thanks for having a body.
I do what I can.
I watched a few things. I guess I wrote down on my notes that I was going to review The Danish Girl. Yeah.
What else have you watched that you're not going to review?
Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Maybe that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess it was between those two.
Nice.
Have I watched anything else? Yeah, maybe not.
Have you seen Pirates of Silicon Valley?
The Pirates of Silicon Valley?
Yeah. Have you seen the Ashton Kutcher Steve Jobs?
No.
Okay. I'm curious. I was going to ask you how this Jobs relates to the other two.
Got it. I've never even heard of the Pirates of Silicon Valley.
Okay. Pirates of Silicon Valley is a great Steve Jobs story. That's Noah Wyle and one of the two guys from Weird Science.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He's
Maybe
Bill
I'll check
Gates.
that out.
Yeah.
Billy Gates. Billy G.
Have you seen Dirty Work?
Yes, I have, and I fucking love
just
that
to see how
movie.
those jobs compared to this jobs.
That's a little bit different jobs,
Okay,
jobs.
okay.
But good jobs.
Have you seen The Professional? Have you seen how that job?
Leon. Yeah.
How that job relates to?
Also, different job, more like
Yeah.
murdering and stuff like that, and raising a child.
Have you seen Captain America: First Avenger?
Yes.
Okay, I'm curious to see how that Steve compared to this Steve.
Right. Yeah. For Steve Rogers. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you seen Men at Work?
Yes, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, so I'm just curious how that garbage man job relates to this job.
To this job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Have you seen those commercials where it's like I'm a Mac and I'm a PC?
Yeah.
I just want to know how those compare to anything, and if they did full on recreations of those.
Right.
That was half the movie was them shooting those commercials.
Just doing that. Yeah. That's good. This is good. It was.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
TV show Dirty Jobs?
Yeah. Dirty jobs.
I'm
yeah.
curious to see how
All
how
those
that
different
job
jobs.
is dirty. Then.
Each episode's jobs. Yeah. Different than the one I'm going to talk about.
Have you ever been on unemployment?
No, I never have.
I was just wondering what it'd be like to not have a job,
Right.
versus watching a movie called Steve Jobs.
Called Steve Jobs. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it would
But you could probably watch it while you're on unemployment.
So on that note, are you going to review the Danish Girl?
no, talk about the Danish Girl.
So Brian, could you do us all a first favor?
First favor ever.
Mhm.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Nervous too.
Yeah, I think you'll handle it. I need you to please give us a 3-word review, followed by a sexy, sexy, sexy cat meow for the Danish Girl.
Okay.
Before you get started, I need to say you've probably definitely done me a favor before by probably sharking one of my shifts at Grand Lux at some time. So this is not your first.
I would say
for
that
me.
I hot scheduled it up for you.
Yeah.
And helped you get a day off so you could
At some point in our career.
some point. God, by the way, I just wish
Probably
we
the
all
fuck.
worked at the same restaurant together one more time in our lives.
One more time.
Especially like if we didn't need it, like financially.
Yeah,
it would
just to fuck
have
around.
so much fun and just basically see who gets fired first.
I'm thinking a half a day.
That'd be so great.
If
We
we-
could definitely
if-
get fired for shift.
If we needed it, obviously, but if we didn't need it,
We should do that.
I couldn't.
Once we're all at a point where we don't need like a side day job, we should all get one
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And just fuck around.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun.
But like somebody opens a restaurant, their hopes and dreams have finally been realized, and these three dudes just come in and fuck it up.
I feel like it'd be would just ruin their business. I feel like it'd be easier to do it at some like giant like retail chain store, like a Target or something like that, where like there's not as much like people like supervising you, and there's like we just go around and have fun, like ride the bikes, stuff like that.
I would love to work at a Target for at least one day. I would open up so many things and play with them and just fuck, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Sounds like a fun time. Not.
Let's do it.
All right, Brian. Hit us with your best shot.
Okay. I was thinking about if I should sing that song. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Fire away. Yeah, I was hoping somebody would do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, someone driving their car right now is singing.
Is
that
singing
song.
it instead of listening to us.
Yeah.
Thought-provoking. That's 2 words.
All right.
Talent. Oh meow.
Ooh.
The Danish Girl was really good. Mostly 2 people in it. Most scenes between Alicia Vikander and Eddie Redmayne, and they were both so damn good. Amazing acting jobs.
I will say, while you were giving the 3 words, I blanked and was thinking you were talking about Steve Jobs.
Is 2 questions.
Okay.
1, Is Eddie Redmayne a crossdresser?
Yes.
Okay. Because I really don't know anything about the movie. I've just seen one picture of him.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know if that was like some like effeminate man or if he was an actual crossdresser.
Got it.
2, is it supernatural of nature?
No.
Okay.
So don't go see it.
So Danish Girl got it. What's going on?
Yeah, so I went backwards and also started with talent, but just seriously, both of them incredible acting jobs.
Is he gonna win an Oscar again?
I don't know. Everybody's gonna say that fucking Leo's getting it. But I mean,
for his body of work.
I mean, you Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for his body of work.
But I'm getting it.
But seriously, I mean, not that if you switched roles, Eddie Redmayne could give a better performance. I don't know, but there's no, like, I feel 100% confident that Leo couldn't have played that role anywhere near as good as Eddie Redmayne did.
I want them to give Eddie Redmayne like years from now the Oscar, and it's like, you know, whatever he's actually in, but they give it to him for Jupiter Ascending.
Is he in that?
He was in that.
Wow.
Ooh boy.
Ooh boy.
It was when it was like during his like Oscar hunt for
for fucking.
Oh, come on.
What's the name of that movie?
It's about scientists. Oh God. All right. That's gonna kill me.
God, look at us blanking so hard right now.
But yeah, like it would just be like, and winning the Oscar again, but this time for Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah, he was just fantastic in it, and I didn't remember how much I love Alicia Vikander. She's so fucking cute. First of all,
I don't know if I know who that is.
Machina.
She was the robot.
Oh,
yes. Which I remember loving her in that too, and she's again just so adorable, and just did a great acting job. And yeah, he's a crossdresser. It's like set in the 20s, the late 1920s, and they're a married couple, but he has this like desire to be a woman, basically.
Ooh.
Very good acting, and then also it just really, it's also based on a true story. The person that Eddie Redmayne is playing is a real, like, one of the first, I guess, like, cross-dressers, and this movie's based on the diary entries that he wrote about it. Because he was like a pretty famous artist. Apparently, they were both artists. But so knowing that it's like, the thing that comes across most in the movie is how amazing the relationship is between them, because this dude like he's not crazy, but he like has this super internal struggle about being like actually wanting to be and thinking that he should be a woman, and then he has a wife still who has married him and loves him endlessly, and like it's just like the strongest relationship I've ever seen. Even though it was a movie, it was based in reality, so I hope some of it's true, but like holy shit, she's like a saint of a woman to do all that she did for her husband, who she loves, who doesn't even like think he's a man.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Been there.
No, yeah, I mean, who hasn't been there?
It's pretty crazy to think that, like, yeah, that was in the 1920s. Like, just
right, which is
what he's going.
Now, obviously, it's like if you don't even blink your eye at somebody it's fine. But yeah, back when nobody really understood it, really great, a really good movie.
Where did you see it? Screener or?
Yeah, screener.
Have to check it out.
Yeah, it's really nice. And since we talked about it, I also did very much enjoy Steve Jobs. Thought it was great. Again, great acting, of course. And it was like super. They were just like big long scenes. And Aaron Sorkin wrote it, so there's like tons of dialogue.
This has come up before, but apparently I think when they brought we were talking about it before it even came out. But apparently Seth Rogen does a great job.
Yeah, he does fine, but he's still like he's just Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, he's not.
Seth Rogen, but he did fine for sure. But it was like a lot of, and like Jeff Daniels did great, but it was mostly Fassbender and fucking what's her name? Sorry, damn it, I'm blanking on that. We're doing a lot of blanking right now.
Emily Blunt.
No.
Oh, Kate Winslet.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
It was mostly between them.
Who was Jeff Daniels playing?
Bill Gates.
No.
The bad guy.
Is he the guy?
Jeff Daniels is a guy that Apple brought on to
Pepsi?
be the CEO. Yeah, from Pepsi. Right?
From Pepsi. Yeah. That dude was a total douche.
Yeah, it's just so well written and acted awesomely. And I didn't look into it, but like it certainly shows you like a side of Steve Jobs that you like. I don't think that people didn't realize. A lot of it is about his wife and daughter, and him. You know.
Is it how big of like a a horrible person he was?
I mean, I guess in part of, if this is true or whatever, part of his, like, the beginning part, he, like, was certain that this girl wasn't his daughter, and he, in the movie anyway, was not nice to the mom, and so there's, like, all this it's like, basically, like, all these scenes of him and his wife and his daughter, like, getting into it right before he's about to go on stage to launch the next thing at Apple or one of his other companies.
Well, apparently in real life, he's not a nice man. He was not a nice man.
Yeah, like, yeah.
He was the face of a company. He was a fucking genius.
Yeah.
He just, wanted things his way or the highway.
Yeah, right.
It's, I don't know, he gave us...
I mean, maybe that's how people get successful, when they don't compromise. I don't know.
Do you think someone who invented highways was like, it's my way, and there's or nothing?
And they just didn't say anything
Yeah,
yet?
because they don't want logic.
I love you, Josh Patton.
I watched several things this week.
You did?
Yep. I finished Man in the High Castle.
Oh, nice.
I watched The Hateful Eight.
Oh, cool. Movie in the theater?
I watched Chirac.
Really? Also theater?
No, Redbox.
Ooh, I want to see Chirac.
Saw Chirac last night and this morning. I actually finished it this morning because I was getting tired last night, so I stopped it.
Cool.
But the movie that I am going to review is going to be Tusk.
Tusk. I didn't see that either. I heard it was good. Okay.
I heard it was bad.
Did you?
But I watched it. And then Leo watched the ending with me. Hey, Leo, I was watching it side by side with Leo. Leo was playing a game. I was watching it with my headphones on. So Leo would look over and see some of the stuff that's happening. Visuals. Okay. And then he was like, would it be cool if you took the headphones off and I could hear the final 30 minutes of this movie?
Just by looking, I was like, I need to see what the fuck's going on.
Wow.
So
okay.
I'll be reviewing that.
Hey, Josh. Could you please give us a middle-of-the-road favor? Could you please give us a 3-word review of Tusk, followed by a sexy cat meow through the filter of science fiction?
It's funny,
It's funny if it wants 3 words.
It's funny, like, I knew I was going to review this movie, and I already had 3 words, and I forgot what they all are. So now it'll just be off the cuff.
Why don't you just do Steve Jobs instead?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'm happy to review it. Alright, insane. Congratulations. Visual.
Ooh.
Through the screen of science fiction, that meow was. And sexy. Well done.
I was a person who got turned into a cat.
Got it.
So, for those who don't know, Tusk was a movie. The whole idea came about on an episode of Kevin Smith's podcast, Smodcast, where they basically just got high, came up with the whole pitch for this movie, and just had a joking conversation about the whole plot. And
instead, what most people do is be like, that's funny. They went, it's funny.
Let's make
it.
Let's really make it. That's what we're going to do with Court, so.
Yep.
Court.
So they full on made it. So it is insane. And the people that said it's bad, I feel like the only thing that you could criticize this movie is for like the insane actual story and plot that it is.
Yeah.
But who is seeing this movie without that being the thing that's drawing you to this movie?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
No one has watched this movie without knowing what they're about to see. So if you were upset by the story, that makes no sense. That's why you're watching it.
Yeah.
I thought production value-wise, it was great. It looked great. The acting was great. It had the
I want to watch it.
The guy who was like the preacher bad guy in Red State.
Oh,
that
yeah.
old guy.
He was mean.
He was the crazy guy in this one, and his acting was amazing.
Take home some of that brownie before you watch it.
Yeah.
You guys aren't done with that yet?
I haven't started it.
I haven't eaten the ones that you gave me yet.
Forgot about it actually. But yeah, and then I forget. Oh, I said congratulations, just because this joking conversation turned into a well-produced movie.
Yeah, but by the way, imagine having those resources.
Yeah.
You're just a dude who's like, fuck, blah, blah, bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm
came out of retirement
and then
for
you
this.
just made the movie that you just
We
talked
went and saw Red State at the New Beverly.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how this was his final film and all that stuff like that. And then he, has a conversation like, oh, I guess I got to come out of retirement and make it.
Unbelievable. I love
And it even said like at the end of the credits, it said like whatever, like kind of like written by and directed by Kevin Smith, but also like written by Smodcast episode 259. Blah blah blah.
Oh wow,
so awesome.
And then towards the end of the credits are super short because they just made this super fast.
Yeah.
Not a lot of credits, but towards the end they just play an excerpt from that episode of them laughing and saying what the ending should be, and that is the ending you saw. They didn't change it.
right.
Oh boy.
Whatever their crazy conversation was, that the whole episode I
Gotta watch
had to
it.
listen to, that is what they did.
That ending, man.
Yeah, and then
Is
what did I say?
Justin Long in it?
Yeah, he's the guy who
okay,
gets
okay,
tusked.
okay.
I forget what I said. Visual.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought it looked really really good. Like cinematography like that. Like there's a lot of like scenes where they're inside this big mansion, just like these nice like kind of like fireplace lit dinner scene. It looks very pretty. And then the actual when you see the final product of what happens, it looks crazy, and I was not disappointed.
Yeah.
It was more than I thought it was going to be.
Good lord.
Based on just the thing, I thought that he was just going to have some tusks put in his face, but I won't say what it is. But I was pleasantly surprised at how much they went for it. I enjoyed it because I don't know what you would give this movie a bad review for, other than like it's just a dumb
Concept,
plot.
yeah.
The concept, but you already know the concept
Right.
before seeing it. I thought the execution of the movie if you gave someone that concept, like okay, make this movie, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it and I would watch it again.
Can we make a pact right now that we all will get to a place in our lives where we can, maybe it'll be episode 100, we can talk about something on our podcast and then legitimately be
That
able
happens.
to just make that?
Yeah. Take a week off and just film it. One of my words might have been cameo, but that's not even correct,
I think it's pronounced
and I'm not
cameo.
going to spoil it.
Yeah, there is a surprise
Cameo?
cameo.
But it's
It's a full-on character.
Yeah.
Who doesn't come on until later on in the movie. I had no idea this actor was in it. They are not even credited in the credits
Oh.
for being in it.
Is it somebody from the J?
Nope.
From the Silent?
Somebody
So
who's
that's
never
all we're
worked
going to
with.
say. Go see it. That's it. Go see Tusk. And
Oh, and by the way, I watched it for free. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on Prime Video.
I
That's where saw it.
do! Nice.
I didn't know it was even in there. It was way down the list. I was just scrolling through like all the categories because I don't ever really watch videos on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of curious what they had versus because I finished Man in the High Castle, so I was just kind of scrolling through and seeing what they had that like Netflix
Wow.
didn't, and I was just clicking on the different genres, and it was like way down. Like you had to search for a while, but I mean obviously if you just type in the title, but I was just scrolling to see what all the options were.
Here's-
I'm just going to scroll down. I don't want to type it in.
here's my review of Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Why you don't have.
Oh,
Sure,
okay,
sure.
cool. Did you say 3-word review? Just
Why
review.
you? He did just say review, actually.
Okay, well, there you
Why
go.
you don't have?
Why you don't have.
Or maybe have was his meow.
Oh, why you don't meow?
Why you don't have?
Yeah, Amazon Prime. Pretty great.
My review.
Does that just mean that they don't have a lot of stuff?
No, like in a sense, like as he was going through, I was like, man, I'd watch that. I'd watch that.
I would honestly, if you don't have an Amazon Prime account, not just for the video, just for it, I don't understand you.
Yeah.
It's not expensive. You can get anything in the world shipped to your house in 2 days or 1 day, and you get the perks of watching some shit.
$100.
What?
$100.
A year?
Yeah.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Mm.
All right, that's not bad.
Yeah. Less than $10 a month.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than Netflix.
All right. Imagine all the money you're saving on shipping costs.
It's $10 a month. I send them an extra $20.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Yeah,
very
like
nice.
you guys,
They
you guys deserve it.
Leo is a real giver, though.
Yeah, you guys deserve it.
I will say their like customer service and like dealing with like returns and all stuff like that is awesome.
Yeah, I had no problem returning shit.
I've holidays season just came and gone, and I had a few different issues with some stuff that I had ordered.
Issues.
And they, there's no question they didn't. They just replaced or refunded and fixed it all like
I wonder
within
how much Amazon
like, immediately.
like, the CEO is worth.
I'm tweeting when we post this episode
Yeah.
to Amazon. But like,
Dear
listen to the last 10 minutes.
Be our sponsor.
Yeah, we're kind of in love with you.
Thank you to Amazon.
I mean billions.
Yeah, certainly.
Billions for sure. If he created it and started it from the bottom.
Has anybody won the lotto yet, by the way, up here? Between the three of us?
No.
Cool.
Between us three?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I won a scratcher. That was pretty cool.
Nice, dude.
That was pretty cool.
Dope.
Would have been cool to win that Powerball, you know?
Again, this is another one of those goddamn things that this is why I just gotta get off Facebook. This is one of those things where I saw on
Dude,
Facebook
the worst.
that on the right, it was like one of the Powerball winners died already.
One of the
what I've heard.
People who just won?
Yeah, like one of the guys. I think it was like the guy who won it in Florida or something is already dead.
Is he 90?
I don't think so. Just another thing for episode 100 corrections to come back and search around them. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna basically about wrap it up here.
2-hour podcast.
Yep.
I was actually gonna ask Brian about something that we were saving for the podcast, but we should probably just end it.
So yeah, that's basically gonna kind of wrap it up here. Again, guys.
I didn't talk about my thing. Yeah. All right. It's fine.
Check it out next week, or when you book it.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, when you book it, we'll come back and talk about it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, so find this on iTunes, guys. We could really use a rate.
Ratings and reviews would be super dope.
Very awesome if you guys could take a moment out of your time and do that when you're not emailing us at normallynormalcrew@gmail.com. Check us out, the website. We got some ideas for it, like I mentioned earlier, about reviewing things so that I can use this thing and actually get something out of it as in like E3 passes. Video games, Twitch. You can check me out on Twitter at Kovalik317. And on Twitch, right here, we are streaming from Normally Normal's channel, or you can go to mine, twitch.tv/Kovalik317 to see some real good content.
Solid content.
So, Josh, what do you got?
I am on the Twitter at Patton_Josh, and I'm on the Twitch at twitch.tv/PrimordialBooze.
Brian here, signing out. You can find me on Twitter at _BPCK, because I've still heard nothing from the guy who has just BPCK or Twitter about stealing it from him. And at my website, www.imbck.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Probably Sounds Awful podcast, episode Sweet 16.
Nice.
Bye! Steve Jobs was a Nazi.
Steve Jobs was an inside job.
Steve Jobs was an inside job. Hi, Twitch!
Hi, Twitch. No one's watching.
Sweet Twitch it
so no one can ban us.
No sweet viewers.
I don't know how I'm supposed to do that now.
What's that?
To get the multi-channel in, because what the dude said was wrong. I did this, and I did this.
Oh fuck, I gotta get some 1 second every day on your asses. I like that. Alright guys, just remember you only have 1 second.
So let us know when.
Let us know.